Welcome back to the Mundelein Seminary basketball tournament. We have a great game here, Sacred Heart versus St. Wichita, or St. Joseph, Wichita. And today I have my good friend Andrew Belgry with me, so this is going to be a fun time. Andrew, how is the tournament going so far for you?
It's been a great turnout to see the community come out here, but then I've also been able to be a scorekeeper and then also to call a couple games. It's just so fun to see everyone having a great time.
That's wonderful. So right now, Sacred Heart is 2-0. They won their first two games. St. Joseph Wichita has won one game, lost one game. So for St. Joe Wichita to have a chance of making the playoffs, they need to win this game. And, you know, we have a lot of brothers here at Mundelein for Wichita, so I feel like that they're the second team they're rooting for. So what do you think about the Wichita Diocese, Andrew?
Wichita Diocese, I love it. I love my Kansas. I'm a fellow Kansas. I'm an honorary Kansas.
Really?
Yeah.
How Kansas are you?
Well, I have family out there in Kansas. Shout out to my
What part?
family. Kansas City, Kansas.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Actually, I'm 1/4 Kansan too.
No way.
Because my grandma was from Victoria, Kansas, in the middle of nowhere. So,
Bro, real quick before they start the game here, I played the Kansas State anthem, "Home on the Range" on the tuba and the French horn last year.
I thought it was Oklahoma. I'm messing. And the game is off, and we have Sacred Heart with the ball. And we got Anthony Simon. He's a good man. He's never seen Lord of the Rings before, which I can't believe. I was talking to him about last night. And there's a shot by Brendan, three-pointer. Nice start from Sacred Heart. Andrew, what do you think is the key of the game today for both these teams?
Put the ball in the hoop.
Back to you. Quick shot by St. Joseph, but a good rebound by Sacred Heart. Anthony Simon bringing the ball up.
Let's see if they can get this field goal. Great rebound, number 16. Passes it back to number 20. Up and goes, up and out, back in there. We got Sacred Heart with a couple points here. 5. St. Joseph, Wichita looking to respond. Deacon Caleb's DB, Flo just past number 15.
I think they're all Deacon Caleb's DBs, if I'm correct on that, Andrew.
I have to make sure that they have all ties to Deacon.
Great rebound by number 15 on Wichita, Ben Wymoff.
No, you were asking about what is the style, what is the strategy. It's
Anthony
just
Simon
play
with
with
the shot.
good fundamentals.
Good fundamentals. Turnover by St. Joseph, back to Sacred Heart. Number 18, Jack Jobis has the ball. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Jack, but you're probably a good guy. That was a brilliant move by Jack.
Here we go, Flo back across the court here and getting the Joey set up for their offensive attack.
So, Andrew, quick question. Were you ever in pep band? Because I feel like I know you're a great music person. Like, you've been to a lot of basketball games probably then, right?
It's one of the reasons why I became a musician. I would go to the high school basketball games, and it's a great turnout. Quincy is a basketball town.
Oh, yeah. Where is Quincy? Is that in the Diocese of Peoria, or, like, where are you from? What diocese is that originally from?
That diocese is Springfield, Illinois.
Oh, that's right north of mine. We got, like, Central Illinois boys right here on the mic. And we got Wichita with the ball. They're passing a lot. Pass. Number 2 on Wichita, Florence Barleys. He's balling, but Sacred Heart gets the ball back. Anthony has the ball. Oh, turnover. Nope. Brother Basil, just like Basil the Great, takes a shot. Good.
There we go. That's what we like to see here.
8-0 Sacred Heart.
The Joeys are still looking to get some points on the board
And
there.
Timeout. I think that was a good timeout by St. Joe's. Calm the team, calm the nerves. They're young and guns. They're new guys. They will all come to Mundelein, hopefully. So, Andrew, what's your favorite part of the tournament so far?
Honestly, I mentioned it in the last game. It's the prayer at the end of the game.
Amen. I think that's been a great addition. I think the thing I've really enjoyed is we currently have adoration open the whole day for teams to go pray and have their holy hour. And that's, this tournament's not just about basketball. It's also about developing us as men to be priests one day for the Holy Catholic Roman Church. And that's really important.
On this year's tournament T-shirt, we have 3 sayings: praise Jesus, love neighbor, and play hard. And that's been executed well here at this tournament.
Amen. And now the timeout. Hopefully St. Joseph Wichita can start hitting some buckets. Zeros in the category right now, but I see some hope for them.
As you can hear, the court has been quite slippery, and guys are trying to make sure that that's not a factor that prohibits their success in their games.
Yes, slippery courts. And we got Florence. He's got the ball right now. He's doing a lot of dribble.
But he gets a lot of flow, because he actually goes by flow,
And then we got Mason. Oh, he goes by Flo. That's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Sorry, we got Flo. Flo Rida. And Sacred Heart knocks the ball out. Still St. Joseph's ball. 15 minutes left in the first half. Early game, but Sacred Heart seems to know what they're doing most of the time. So,
see what play action they get here.
Did you just say play action?
Football is my primary sport.
Wow. Beautiful backdoor cut by St. Joe's. Number 1, Mason scores the first basket for St. Joe's. Congratulations, Mason. That's that kind of talent we need here at Mundelein one day.
Yes, we can only hope. So now we got a 3-front defense for the Joeys.
And Sacred Heart misses their shot, and Flo, as not Florence as I call him, has the ball. He seems to be their primary ball handler. Got 15. Ben has got the ball right now. Back to Mason. Mason does a pump fake. Good shot, but Sacred Heart's able to rebound the ball. Number 11, Josh, got the ball for Sacred Heart. There's not been a foul yet in this game, and that's pretty impressive in 5 minutes,
It has.
And the ball's coming to us.
Oh, no.
Ooh, that was pretty close. Close, but no cigars, my dad would say.
A great saying. Great saying.
Sacred Heart has the ball, inbouncing it. Contested shot by number 11, Josh. Good rebound by number 15 on Ben on Wichita. Or I'm just going to call him Wichita. 53 on Wichita. Thomas scores a basket. Score is now 8-4. Wichita is making a little bit of a comeback. I think they had to calm their nerves, Andrew. They're kind of young guys. So.
We're coming off of lunch, too. Maybe they're jack on some sugar.
Some of that guac.
Yeah, we had some tacos. Shout out to the refectory at Mundelein Seminary.
We do have a very nice refectory at Mundelein. That was the air ball. Tried to save it, but it goes to St. Joseph's.
It's all about that service with a smile.
See, I personally think this will be the most competitive game this afternoon. This game means a lot for playoff positions. And we've been trying to count the numbers and calculate everything. So if Sacred Heart wins, they automatically make the playoffs being 3-0. The St. Joseph's has to win this game to try to make the playoffs. And then it comes down to point differential. Beautiful pass, but blocked by Anthony Simmons. Simon, I think. Beautiful. Oh, man. That was beautiful, too, until the shot. Number 18.
And those standings can be found, as you can see, on those 2 boards over there on that wall, or they can be found on this website here where this live stream is taking place.
Or if you were like some other people I know, you're counting every single basket that's happened in the last 2 days. God bless you. Please, we'll hire you to do that.
Absolutely.
I don't know how much money we have, but we have money.
I know I can pray.
So, Andrew, did you go to the March for Life this year?
I was able to go to the March for Life in Washington, D.C.
How was it this year?
Oh, it was a great turnout. The snow was falling, but the praises were up, and honestly, I was quite moved to see the witness of all those who came there.
Amen. We also went to a March for Life in Peru. I know you partake in this last year, so.
And it's a different environment because Peru is a pro-life country, and it was more of a celebration of life. Would you agree?
Yeah, well, first I want to say congratulations to Ethan for his first back-to-his game, 10-6. But, yeah, you know, in Peru, they bless the pregnant mothers and all that, so it's a real celebration. And it's great to see that in the rest of the world, that there's still this respect for life, which we are still struggling with in America, and we're keep praying for every life, because every life is sacred. But back to the game. 3-point shot, attempt by Sacred Heart, good rebound by Ethan from Wichita. He's dribbled. Oh, man.
Oh, cut
Nice
across.
dribble. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Ethan,
Textbook.
10-8. It's going to be a close game, I think. I really said I think this is the game of the afternoon. Number 19, Samuel, has a nice headband. Let me tell you, you have those kids who wear all that stuff, and they're either really good or really bad. So we'll see with Samuel. Open three. Good rebound by Sacred Heart to keep the possession. And one for Anthony. Anthony Simon. He is definitely putting his name in the MVP contention on this tournament. Who's the best player you've seen so far, Andrew, in this tournament?
Well, I was really enjoying, and I got to be honest, I'm going to be a little biased, but I was really enjoying seeing how the Mundelein boys were playing on the court. I really liked seeing my DB, Anthony Willie, out there, so shout out to Anthony Willie.
It's great that Anthony Willie's on our team this year. Thankfully, he did not have to do a perpendicular year, so we didn't have to deal with all that. So if he did, he wouldn't be on the team. So...
But, you know, there's been great talent across the board on each team. And I don't know their names specifically, but I just would be able to point them out. Joeys are moving the ball really well. Quite suspense when it bounces off the board and rim like that.
Yep, and Sacred Heart is able to knock the ball off on St. Joe's, and they have the ball back. Brothers bringing the ball. They have a brother too. Wow, we have a couple brothers here actually. Beautiful move by brother Basil or Basil, depending on how you want to say it.
It's Basil.
It's Basil, not Basil. Okay. Basil. Like Basil the Great.
Wonderful.
He's a great saint, let me tell you. He must have been really great to have that acronym. Oh, foul on number 13. On Sacred Heart. Michael. So far, it's been a pretty clean game, so it's good to see that.
But Sacred Heart is pulling away, and we're trying to hope and pray that St. Joe's is able to respond well.
Yeah. I don't know which one's better for Mundelein to win, but I think it's Sacred Heart, actually. But, you know, it would be good to see the Wichita boys pull out a win again. Good rebound by number 11 on Sacred Heart, Josh. I'm not going to use their last names because I probably won't pronounce them right.
Fair enough.
He's got a little magic there. Ball stays on Sacred Heart's side. It's a good game so far.
Good physical ball going in there, and, you know, just pretty clean.
You know, Andrew, if you were in the game, what would you do right now? Like, what's your go-to move when you have the ball in your hands?
Well, you know, I try to get the ball as quick as I can out of my hands because I'm not actually the best shot, but I can definitely help be a team player and move the ball. I like playing defense. That's comes from my dad. He got the best defensive award from his high school years.
Is that in Quincy too?
No, that's up in a little town called Scales Mountain, Illinois.
Oh, gotcha. And the ball is turned over by Sacred Heart. It goes back to St. Joseph, but the score is 18-8. You know, Wichita kind of made it close, and Sacred Heart's going on another run. We'll see if Wichita is able to get back to the usual ways of Wichita, which is growing and growing and growing.
Oh, Flo tries to get up there, but wasn't quite able to get all the way through.
And then Sacred Heart tries a fast break, but the ball goes out of bounds. I feel like Sacred Heart, they want to push the tempo, especially on offense, you know, and St. Joe's is more of a half-court set team. So it's kind of interesting to see the two different systems that are being played and which one works sometimes, which one does not.
The key thing is making sure that you actually are making sure steps towards your goals, your field goals.
Sound like a formator.
No comment.
So, Andrew, quick question. What is the Cam's nickname that you're on?
Well, we have deemed ourselves the Monastery.
Why is that, Andrew?
Because when we compiled all the guys and rearranged our rooms here at the house, it turned out that all the religious were staying on 3 Center. And so we went from just being St. Catherine's Cam to the St. Catherine Monastery.
I like that. You know, and there's a lot of diversity of the different brothers on that Cam, right?
Yes. We actually have seminarians from Africa, seminarians from Poland, and then we also have different dioceses represented.
Croatian, too.
But
Croatia, too, right?
Oh, how can I forget our Croatian brothers?
They're not here, but right now they're not.
But yeah, they were a new addition to the seminary, and it's been a joy to have them.
And they're actually, I think, bringing more next year or so.
Praise the Lord.
All the time.
Here we go with Mason setting something up with Flo.
We got Flo Rida, as I call him.
The key thing with these, you asked that earlier in the game, I think it's moving that ball and having a plan. And, like, if it's all disorganized, you're not going to get a whole lot of fruit from that lack of structure.
Well said. Now, I have one last question for you, Andrew.
Of course.
That's a little off topic. Are you even prepared for classes on Monday?
I do have my textbooks. I will say that. I hope you...
Oh, Shot by Sacred Heart goes back to Anthony. I met Anthony last night walking to the social hour. Beautiful shot by Josh on Sacred Heart, but Anthony had never seen Lord of the Rings, and I asked him how he's in seminary if he's never seen Lord of the Rings.
You know, to each their own. Some guys
Brother
just aren't
scores
into
good.
it.
2 points for brother.
I have an announcement to make. Listen in, everyone to creep in real quick. This is our little huddle during the timeout. The bank is always open.
And right now the score is 23-8. Sacred Heart's really been pushing the tempo, and you know, so far St. Joseph has not responded the best.
They're not completely out of the game yet. It's just still the first period, you know, and we were able to see, like, Mundelein was able to pull a comeback.
Almost miracle.
Almost miracle. The Mundelein miracle is yet to come, but that was a close one. Here we go. Joey's coming in with great momentum, moving that ball.
Mason with the shot. And Sacred has the rebound. Sacred Heart.
That's the other thing. You got to make sure you get those rebounds. How else are you going to be able to recover without any rebounds?
That's very profound, Andrew.
Rebound.
I can tell why football is your sport.
I said earlier in the live stream, my nickname at the neighborhood was Airball Andrew.
Airball Andrew. Oh, man. I might have to start calling you that. Is that actually a true story?
Yeah, it actually is.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful take by 33 Ethan on Kansas. I mean, on Wichita. Whoa, Wichita's in Kansas. Now foul is called. And there was a pass that went out of bounds, kind of crazy, but Flo still got the ball. Flo Rida. Blocking foul called on number 10, Jonathan, on Sacred Heart. It's their third team foul.
I will say, though, that the Joeys do need to make some progress here. Otherwise, it's going to be too far.
3 minutes left in the first half. And do remember, in the last 2 minutes of the half, any out of bounds thing, the clock stops or on fouls. Beautiful pass by Flo.
Now, what the Joeys could do there was actually spread out their offense so that the defense has to come out to them.
Yes.
And so then they can drive in and pass the ball in the lane if there's ever an opening.
Sacred Heart seems like they're playing a little like chaos right now, but Anthony has the ball. Anthony's a lefty, if you haven't noticed yet. And, you know, Mala, guys are lefties, so it's a very important thing to think about when you're trying to stop someone going to their natural strong hand. Andrew, are you a lefty?
I am.
That explains a lot now. No, I'm messing.
No, you know, I think a lot of musicians end up being lefties because you just grow up having to use both sides of your brain.
That's true, you know. I've only used one side of my brain 90% of the time, so.
What?
The side that doesn't involve music.
Here we go, Anthony coming up.
Oh, perfect little foul on number 12 on St. Joseph. Zach Dowell. His first foul.
They just got to shake it off and get this rebound here from the free throw.
You know what I do love about St. Joseph is their jerseys do make them look like they're the Kansas Jayhawks. You know, the University of Kansas. Do you know who they are, Andrew?
I believe so. They're in Kansas City. And
no, they're not. They're not in Kansas City.
Wait, the Kansas University?
University of Kansas.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And then
it's in Lawrence.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Fun fact for everyone who's watching: the first head coach of Kansas basketball was the founder of basketball, James Naismith. Actually, and he had a losing record as a coach, which says a lot about the guy who invented basketball. Was not a very good coach.
I just am stunned that you know that information off the top of your head.
I read a lot of books as a kid.
Incredible. The Joeys are trying to get something to happen here within the 2-minute warning.
Beautiful pass. 2 points, number 33, Ethan. Ethan has 6 points. He's been the leading scorer on the Joeys.
How about them Joeys?
Are they Australian, or are we just saying Joeys to shorten Joseph? Beautiful pass to 18. He kind of short-armed it, though. Ooh, that looks like something I would have done.
You know, I'm not sure which one came first. Was it the name St. Joseph, or were they Australians coming to the Americas? I'm going to say that they were the St. Josephs, and then they're like, hey,
Beautiful shot.
what if there's an animal? Guess what? There is.
Turnover by the Joeys, back to Sacred Heart. Have a 13-point lead with a minute left in the first half.
The Joeys are getting themselves set up here on their defensive side here.
Basil's got the ball, brother Basil. He has a cool beard.
Much respect.
Shot. Good rebound by St. Joseph's.
Let's see if they can get at least 3 points here before the break.
Foul on
number 13.
13, I think Michael. It's the second foul, so be careful, Michael.
I learned a tactic last night of how to learn guys' names.
How do you learn guys' names?
Well, this brother seminarian here, he said, you got to ask him Old Testament, New Testament, Saint. Which one are you? and then if you have a bunch of seminarians together.
Well, my name is not in either the Old Testament or the New Testament or a saint.
Well, hold up now. What about your relative here?
His name's not Terry, though.
But what's your last name?
Marmion.
Okay. Blessed Marmion?
Yes, I asked for his intercession in the Mundelein game, and we almost pulled out the miracle. So I was hoping that was his second miracle so he could become a saint.
You know, God's will be done.
Amen.
Here we are with the Joeys with less than 30 seconds to get in there.
Ben's got the ball. He's driving. Oh, that was beautiful.
Bob and weave.
Good rebound by
Joey
number 12.
going into his.
Zach scores his first 2 points, so the lead's cut down to 9. I think Sacred Heart might hold the ball for the final shot. Never mind, they're not doing that at all.
They're just going to go
9
for
seconds.
it. Let's see if they got 6 seconds to work on it. Come on, Joey's put it in the pouch. No. That looked like my shot.
And at halftime, it's 23-12 Sacred Heart. So good first half. So
every time I see an air ball, I just think of the shame that I have for my childhood, I guess.
Air ball, Andrew. Is that so? Like, did you just miss 5 shots, and that is just how that happened?
You know, I was just the youngest one typically, and so that my brother and his friends were just a little bit more talented and just, skilled. So Matt, my brother's name was Matthew, so he was making it Matt. Jump shot was another guy's name. So
jump shot Jack.
Jump shot Jerry. So
jump shot Jerry.
Yeah.
And you were airball Andrew.
Unfortunately, yes.
I was the terrifying Terry. So.
So what is your background with basketball there, Tara?
Well, back in the day, I grew up in North Carolina, so basketball is like God out there. So I grew up playing basketball. Actually, Andrew, you want to hear a real funny story about my first basketball game I ever played?
I'm all ears.
So my first basketball game I ever played competitively, we were up by a point, and no one had explained to me the rule that I can't move on the free throw line to get the rebound until after the shot hits the rim.
Oh, no.
So they missed the shot, but I moved before, so they got to redo the shot, and they tied the game because of my blunder, and I cried the whole way home thinking I disappointed the team.
How old are you when this happened?
I was 7.
Understandable.
I was the age of reasoning, though, so I don't know how sinful it was, but...
I hope you took that to spiritual direction and had found healing in that.
Father de Gaulle told me, yes, that was the wrong idea, so... That was my first of my many glorious basketball stories.
Let's give a shout out to Father de Gaulle and all the faculty members that work at the seminaries here in the United States.
And the custodians and all the other people who do the security. Without the security, we don't know what we would do with the deer that attack us all the time. So.
Yeah, the public safety here at Mundelein are very dedicated.
Top-notch quality.
Honestly, they are dedicated to St. Michael the Archangel. They hand out military coins all the time that are blessed, and it's truly a privilege to have them on.
Yeah, Andrew, I really wish we could do the St. Michael the Archangel prayer more, you know. Do you want to do it, like, on this stream right now?
Yeah, you want to lead us or me?
You lead it.
All right, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. St. Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of heavenly hosts, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking ruin souls. Amen. And the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Let's go.
Hey, I'm not one of those guys who want the cast. I like the thrust.
I was glad you're going to bring that up because I was wondering as we were praying, I'm like, oh, are we going to say something different?
I thought the same thing.
Hey, this is why we're Central Illinois brothers, man.
And, you know, my younger brother, my only full brother, is named Andrew.
Would you just look at that?
How old are you, Andrew?
Oh, 26.
Huh?
26?
Oh, my brother's like 25, so you're close.
26. About 26 and a half, you know, because I'm still 12 inside.
I'm an old man. I'm almost 29. I will say we are a good-looking team right here. We're matching. We look official. You have your gel in your hair. You know, what product do you use, Andrew?
Oh,
Dude wipes?
We are not sponsored by anybody yet. No, I just get my hair cut. And then I just...
Oh, by the way, we need to shout out the Knights of Columbus. The Knights of Columbus do so much support for this tournament. Like, really, they do the opening ceremony. They sponsor financially. They come to the big games, you know.
They're right here right now.
Yes, we have some of the guys right there. And, you know, Viva Jesus is the motto of the Knights. I'm actually a 4th-degree Knight, so. What are you, Andrew?
I am actually not officially a part of the Knights of Columbus.
Andrew, what are you doing with your life?
Discerning. But here we go. Almost a start.
I think for St. Joseph, the key is really to get those defensive rebounds because Sacred Heart's been able to get that and to get the second and third options.
Yeah, and they're just a little bit younger, so they can use their energy to the utmost extent of their powers.
Yes. 3-point shot by Sacred Heart. Good.
Now
by number 18, Jack.
The Joeys have to respond quite aggressively here to keep the momentum.
Si, senor. Andrew and me have been working. Actually, Andrew, are you taking the Spanish class this semester or you're not?
I will not be enrolling in that class this semester.
See, I am. I think your DB, Jonathan Bucket, will too.
Oh, will he?
Yes. You don't know?
I do not. Here we go. Mason with setting up the play, pointing things out. Passes in down the lane. Right there for the layup.
53 Thomas.
Let's get about another 20 of those and we'll call it good. Here we go. Anthony responding through his teammates. Working together. Turnover on downs here. Sorry, there's the football reference again. Here we go. Flo comes it in, leading his team nice and steady. Sets it at the top of the key, brings it over to the left wing with Mason. There he is, passes it back to number 15, moves it down the lane, charges it in, moves it up, puts it up, misses. Rebound with Flo, resetting the game, slowing down the pace, moves the ball to the opposite side, ball's up, swish! As my grandmother would say, he really flushed that one. Here we go. Sacred Heart is going to have Anthony Simon bring it down nice and slow. Screen is set. Mason is able to attack, but not enough to stop the field goal from occurring. Joey's had the ball. Flo is in the right wing. Up for 3 points. Brick. We got Sacred Heart, who's, the bottle handling's all over the place. We have Flo back in, excuse me, Mason passing it to his teammate, number 12, who puts it up, and he gets it into the bucket. Very good. We have it, a game, folks. We have a game. Less than 10 points difference. Anthony leading his team on offense. Drives it up towards the top of the key, between the legs. Jukes brings it back. Passes to number 16. Ups it go, down the drain. Very good. Joeys are responding, making sure that they don't take advantage. They don't lose the advantage here of having the ball. Mason Lubers has it at the top. 3 points. Bounces off the rim. Number 20 moving and inching closer and closer. Number 16 brings it by across the key. Oh, swatted. Something happened there. I'm not sure what goes on in their minds there, but we got Mason setting it up again one more time. Drives it in. Ups. Oh, not enough. Tries it one more time. A similar thing without being swatted, but a little too much. Can they get the rebound? Not enough. The Joeys get possession of the ball and move it down the court. Flo allows his teammates to get back in set. Top of the key, 3 points. Contested. Here we go, Anthony solo, trying to make something happen. Out of bounds. Sacred Heart has the ball. Some substitutions are coming in here. We have number 20 for the Sacred Heart coming in. Brendan. Sacred Heart passes the ball way outside. We're going. Ooh. Quite the collision, but then the good sportsmanship helping them get back on their feet. Sacred Heart has the ball. Sacred Heart has 29-18 to Wichita. Pass the ball into Anthony. Crosses the half-court line. Between the legs to the left. Steps back. Look-ups around the key. Up it goes. Into the bucket. Another 2 points for Sacred Heart. We have number 21, Phillip, for St. Joseph's coming in, and successful field goal. Anthony talking strategy with his teammate, number 18, Jack. Goes left, talking about that left-handed strong point there, that confidence. 11 puts it up, but he gets stuck. Talk about suspense to the max. Man, this is live, folks. This is the joy of basketball tournaments. This is the joy of seminarians coming together to have some fun. There may be some confusion on the court, as seen by the Joeys looking for what to do, but here we are settling in for this free throw. Substitution coming in for the Joeys is number 24, Jacob Furborn. Second attempt for number 11, Josh of Sacred Heart. Joeys pass the ball in. Of course, Mason Lubers coming through, passes the ball to the right corner, moves it in. Oh, fumbling with the ball causes a turnover. Sacred Heart. Oh, Michael tosses it back, but whose ball is it? But the Joeys. Mason Luber goes to the stairwell and retrieves the ball. Look at that, number 33, 18. Some camaraderie, but also some competition. This is what makes sports so amazing. Virtuous playing of the sport. Number 15, Ben is setting something up. Mason Luber's passing the ball. This is key, moving that ball back at that right wing. Oh, passes it to the opposite side of the corner, drives it in, up it goes, but nowhere close to the bucket. Here we go, number 18 of the Sacred Heart, dribbling the ball, passing it to Mike, who puts it up, nothing but net. Sacred Heart is really pulling ahead here, 34-20. We'll see what the Joeys can do. Foul called. Number 22, I believe. Mason Luber, who has made 2 points here, at least, in this game. Textbook execution of a free throw shot. Substitutions have been made. Rotation of the players for Sacred Heart. One for two on the free throws there. Michael of Sacred Heart comes and crosses the the court. Dribbling the ball, calling out to his teammates for help. Here comes, no field goal. Back to back. Substitutions are made. Number 25 of St. Joseph, Alex Veith, comes in for number 24, Jacob. Sacred Heart about to pass the ball in. Break. Michael puts it up, but to no avail. Number 15, Ben, passes across. Mason Luber's trying to do something with the line. Oh, here comes. Oh, their rebound saves the day. Number 33, Ethan Albers, takes it in for 2 points. We got 10 minutes, 30 seconds and less going. Number 10, Jonathan, is trying to put on the moves to be able to find an opening. Ball goes out of bounds. Sacred Heart ball. You may be wondering where my co-host Terry has gone. Nowhere to be found, but there is what is found, a three-pointer. It is good. 38 Sacred Heart, 23 St. Joe Wichita. Less than 10 minutes in this second half of the game. Thomas Shaw is coming in for the Joeys, taking out number 25, Alex. Up it goes. We got Michael from Sacred Heart passing the ball in, lobs it up there, but not good enough. Here we go, number 33 of the Joeys, managing that ball, navigating to the bottom there. Oh! Out of bounds. There could have been something there, but it was just not completely able to follow through. That's all right. Hopefully they'll get another chance at that. A couple of Sacred Heart players come in. Number 23, number 20, 12, and 11, and 13 are on the court for Sacred Heart. Coming up, Mason Lubers lobs it up there. Nothing but net. 2 points for Wichita. Let's see if they can break 30 here in the next minute or so. Michael of Sacred Heart dribbling the ball. Flo reaches him at the court line. Ball is passed to Anthony, who moves left. His signature move. Number 20 puts it up for three. No field goal. Flo passes it to Mason Lubers, who moves right, moves up to the court, under the hoop, across. Oh, not enough. Ball's out of bounds. Number 12 of the Joeys is coming back in, Zach Dowell, or Zach Dowell. Again, my apologies if I've pronounced anybody's names wrong. Sacred Heart in a comfortable lead at 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go. The Joeys are set it up down there on their side, playing a deep defense. In my words, I would say, tight, causing a disturbance up the middle there, leading the Sacred Heart to have to do long shots there. Unable to recover the lost ball, the Joeys have turnover to the Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart tries one more time. A screen, moves to the center, passes the ball up to the right wing, 25, bounces off the rim. 12 makes it back to number 15, Ben. We got Flo, number 2. Moving that ball, causing there to be a servant, comes up the middle, behind the back, over the head. I don't even know what you're going to call that, but that's 2 points on the board. Flo, pressure on Anthony. Just to let him know we mean business. Sacred Heart still just trying to do what they do best, is just move that ball around, driving up. But unfortunately, the Joeys are still in it. Number 12 comes up. Oh, they get the foul. And they'll be making their way up to the free throw line. We have a timeout. Six minutes left in the game. Our next game will be at 2:30 here at Mundelein Gymnasium. It's St. Mary's Baltimore versus Conception Abbey. Then we have at Santa Maria de Popolo Parish Center, 2:30 as well, is going to be St. Francis de Sales versus Mount St. Mary's of the West. We thank you for coming in. If you're just coming on to the live stream, this is Mundelein Seminary's Father O'Malley Invitational Basketball Tournament, where we have teams across the country coming in to praise Jesus, love thy neighbor, and to play hard. Some things that have been going on well here at the campus was last night we had our opening evening prayer to inaugurate, to start this great tournament, and then our couple first games. Some highlights there last night. Mundelein had their first win in quite a dry run. And then this morning, unfortunately, we lost to the last year's champions of the St. Joseph Abbey. This morning, we had all of our games. They were great games to watch. And here we're back in the afternoon. Sacred Heart versus St. Joe Wichita. First attempt done by Alex is no good. Ups it goes. Nothing but net. Cool as a cucumber. Here comes Sacred Heart as a response. Number 18, Jack, comes in, but loses the ball out of bounds here. We see number 33, Ethan Albers, coming in for the Joeys, taking the place of number 53, Thomas Shaw. The three-point attempt is not good, but the rebound allows Sacred Heart to try it one more time. Number 11 puts it up. No good. Mason Lubers driving the ball in himself, brings it in for a layup for another 2 points. We have a game here, folks, today. 8-point difference here between Sacred Heart and St. Joe's Wichita. Sacred Heart on the right wing, pushes in the center there, back up to the top of the key. Moves it right, comes in back in the middle. On the left wing, number 20, nothing but net. That was Brendan Tabone. Excellent use of the team, but Mason Luber comes back with the layup. You know, Sacred Heart has just not been able to stop that move back to back here. Here, Sacred Heart keeping their lead, though. They shoot up again. The ball almost gets locked in the rim. The Joeys come back. Mason Luber seems to break some moves, but the Sacred Heart seems to stop him. It seems to be out on the Joeys, so the ball goes to Sacred Heart. Some substitutions for Sacred Heart. I believe Brother Basil is back in. Number 18, Jack Jopes. Passes it to number 20, Brendan Tabone, who just made a wonderful shot moments ago. Brother has it. Dribbles in, passes it back like a teammate. Flow causing a lot of disturbance to the play for Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart resets with number 20 at the top, Brendan Tabone. Ball moves left back to Anthony. Looking for an opening. Brendan has the ball again. Dribbles a little bit, passes down in the lane. Number 11 puts it up in the air. Bounces off the rim. Mason Luber dribbling the ball. Looking for that one layup again. Unable to make a field goal. Number 11 tosses it down to an open Brother who gets swatted by number 12. Not today, says Zach Dowell. I guess I'll have to say it back to back until I know otherwise how to pronounce his name. Sacred Heart has the ball. Brother has it, but puts it up. Whistle goes off. There was a foul called. I believe it was on Mason Lovers. Brother puts it up there, but doesn't work. Consoled by his teammate number 11, Josh. Substitutions made for Sacred Heart. 11 comes out. In comes 19. Samuel Maddenley. Brother Basil lobs it up there. Bounces off the rim. Mason Lovers coming in. Passes it to Flo, who puts it up. Is it good? Bounces it off the rim. Moves it to Mason. Left wing. Dribbles, drums it into the lane, passes it back to the top of the key. He puts it up at the three. Bounces off the backboard. The bank is always open, but you got to make sure you hit it towards that square. Anthony of Sacred Heart dribbling the ball, but Flo is able to retrieve it. Anthony tries to snatch it out of his hands, but it goes out on him. We got a score with just a little over a minute to go of Sacred Heart 41, St. Joe with Joey's 32. Joey's ball. Flo has the ball. Moves it to Mason to the right corner, who puts it up within the 2 points. No good. We have a foul on number 33, Ethan Albers. can't blame him trying to be physical here and get as much points as you can before the time runs out, because the points do matter in this tournament. Brother passes the ball around. Looks like the Sacred Hearts are just trying to stall the game here. Flo puts it up for a three. Bounces off the rim. Rebounds are happening. Sacred Heart comes up on top. About 44 seconds in-house is what the time is. Foul called because they got to stop the clock at this point in the game. Full court pressure. Forcing Sacred Heart to not waste precious time that the Joeys need to get points on the board. They may run out foul opportunities here. But full court pressure is being put on by the Joeys, but there's an open lane that Anthony's going to take advantage of. Puts it back to number 19, Samuel Manley. Another foul called. Because this is how, at this point in the game, how you stop the clock and present at least some chance of making points if you are on the losing side of this game. We have 23 and a half seconds here at Mundelein Gymnasium. Sacred Heart looking to pull it out another lead here with 41 to 32 against Wichita. Brother Basil dribbles a little bit, puts it up in the air. And of course another foul is called. With barely 2 seconds that passed by there. Mason Lovers is dribbling the ball. Bounces back and forth. 15 to 30, 53, here it comes. We have 10 seconds left in the game with this next foul that was called. Who will be taking the shot? None other than number 16, Brother Basil Kirstein. Does a standard double dribble and puts it up there for a point. Excellent work. Teammates on this court are exhausted. It's been a physical game, good game. 2 bounces, up in the air, bounces off the rim. One last offensive move for the Joeys. He takes it back, puts it up over a 3, and there it is, a 3. The play to the end of the time of the game with our final score, 42 to 32, with Sacred Heart winning this game. We commend the Joeys for playing a good game this afternoon, and we prepare for our next game here at Mundelein Gymnasium with St. Mary's of Baltimore and Conception Abbey. That'll be up next here. And we're looking forward to the remainder of this tournament, and we ask that you continue to pray for us for the safety of our teams, and that for everyone just have a good time of growing closer to each other. Again, thank again and again and again the Knights of Columbus for all that they have done for us here as seminarians and at this seminary, and in particularly this basketball tournament.
take over? I'm running to make sure you guys are. So you're just asking if we're good. That's your job. No, they don't have to go to the bathroom. They don't have to go to the bathroom. Okay, how about a chair? Can you give me a chair? Well, if I drink coffee, I'll have to go. Is there a microphone on this? My name's Greg. Yeah, sure. Wow, what do you mean? No. Oh, in my room? No, I don't. I have plumber's wrench. Sorry. I may have pliers. No, that's a plumber's wrench. I'll see you all around. Could I get a chair? Yeah. No, he's good standing. He's young. Thank you so much. Oh, thank goodness. It's easier though if I talk. He yells at him for the same thing. Did you get yelled at? I'm sorry. I actually heard it. Okay. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Cool. Reception versus.
There we go. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the second game of our afternoon triple header. We have St. Mary's Seminary from Baltimore and Conception Seminary from Missouri. They are Conception's 2-0. I believe St. Mary's is 1-1. And St. Mary's is going to need this win to get into the Final Four here, possibly. Conception already sealed their ticket to the Final Four. With me is Andrew Bilgery. Andrew, great to see you again. We're back at it.
A dynamic duo.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Rim shot, Ryan, and airborne. wait. Airball Andrew.
Airball Andrew. I heard a little bit of that conversation about your nickname.
Oh.
And what that was with your brothers, I think it was. So.
Yeah, my brother and his friends and our neighbors.
Yeah. All right, starting lineups here as St. Mary's controls the tip. Gabriel Schoon, Thomas DeWanzik, Gianni Virginio, Anthony Pampina, Harrison Rapp. And we'll get the starters for Conception shortly. As a three by Pampina is no good. Rebound is controlled by Conception. It'll be Conception basketball. Starting lineup for Conception: Colin Thielen, Eric Watriwa, Trevor Fisher, James Sappington, and Gabriel Sappington. Conception coming in very good as usual, 2-0. They have very little issues. Maybe this game will be just something for them to clean up here. Pass goes across the lane to Fisher. Fisher out to Gabriel Sappington. Kicks it back out to Colin Thielen. James Sappington drives into some traffic, kicks it back out to Thielen for 3. That shot is no good. Rebound right to Fisher, and he scores. Easy bucket. And the first 2 on the board belongs to Conception. Just getting started here. We're in the middle game of our afternoon session. Next up will be Mundelein and Bishop Bruté here at Mundelein Gym at 3:30. Stolen by James Sappington, driving down the lane, and he lays it up and in.
Conception's just playing a lot of fun ball today. It's been great to watch them.
Quick 4-0 lead for Conception. The St. Mary's looking to score their first bucket of the game here. Pampina dribbling at the top of the lane, looking for a screen. It wasn't really there. Dewanzek falls down and he loses the ball with Triwa, and we're going back the other way. And Sappington tried a dunk and had the lane, but just slipped out of his hands. Out to Dewanzek from the corner. That's no good, and the rebound will go to Thielen, and Conception will take the possession.
Man, that was the first attempt at a slam dunk that I have seen this tournament.
Yep, you'll get a couple every now and then. My bet is that they'll come from Conception as Gabriel Sappington hits the and one. Foul's going to be on Virginio. That is his first, team's first. Gabriel Sappington looking to complete the three-point play here.
Also looking to his team, who is a great moral support to him at this point in time.
Nick Jones has checked into the game for Conception. And Sappington's able to complete the three-point play.
Conception's really starting on a great momentum here this first quarter.
7-0 Conception. 17 minutes to go as St. Mary's just looking for an answer here to get things going, and they throw the ball away. It'll be Conception basketball.
A lack of communication I see there.
Well-oiled machine Conception is.
Yes, they are a returning team from last year. Were they in the finals?
They were in the championship game last year, yeah. So they are doing very well. Sappington kicks it back out to Fisher for a three, and he drains it. And it's 10-0, a 10-0 run to start this game by Conception. And the layup is up and good by Pampina as they break the drought and get on the board.
You know, I'm looking at the former scores here for Conception. You got a 49-44. You got a 40-33. There's about a 20-point differential right there.
And that's good. That's important in terms of the seeding for the playoffs that are going to happen tonight, especially if they want that #1 seed. I think it's going to be between them and Sacred Heart. I think there's one more seminary in there that might be undefeated.
Let's see here. We have St. Joseph Abbey.
Okay. Forgot about the defending champs. Forgive me.
Yeah. But then it kind of checks out here where there's also, unfortunately, there's a -18 for St. Mary's of Baltimore, that point differential on that scoreboard that we have.
Okay. Yeah, and definitely in terms of seeding, point differential is going to come in crucial if you want to play a certain team, as Gabriel Sappington just muscles his way to the basket and scores another field goal. He's got 4. Conception up 10 already, just 5 minutes into this game. Pass down low to Henkels, and Henkels lays it up and in. He's got his first basket, and it's 12-4 Conception. Watriwa dribbling, gives it off to Sappington. Gives it off to Gabe Sappington. Out to Watriwa for 3 at the top of the key. That rims in and out. And Henkels with the rebound.
Very lucky. There was a St. Mary's that pulled away from the point guard up there and was lucky that he missed that free shot.
And foul's going to be on the ground here. Foul's going to be on Gabe Sappington. That is his first. Team's first. We got some subs coming in for St. Mary's. Luke Dagger coming in for Thomas DeWanzik. Dagger with the basketball, dribbling in the corner, now gets out to the top of the key. I was the PA announcer for their first game, Andrew, and
yes,
he was their star player by far, and maybe needed a little rest for this game, but it's an important game for St. Mary's if they want to get into the playoffs.
Exactly, yeah. Finding that balance of which players are we willing to use and spend. It's a matter of stamina.
Dagger misses the first of 2 free throws.
I think when I was looking at this game in the first night, you were talking about Dagger just now, right? Yeah. I was calling him the spearhead of St. Mary's, actually, to be quite frank.
You know, that's a great comparison. I like that. Rebound by Pampina out to Dagger. Dagger drives in the lane again. He gets hit as he goes.
And one.
Basket is good, and you can count that +1.
Now, as you see there, St. Mary's 1791. This is, I believe, the first seminary of the English colonies. And so it's one of the oldest seminaries in our country.
That's awesome. I did not know that. Free throw is missed by Dagger, and Watriwa with the basketball. Still up 6. Watriwa, he pulls from 3, and he drills it. His first bucket as he fills it up.
So smooth, melts like ice cream.
Yeah, I remember him from previous years, and he's just one of the really good basketball players that Conception has. And he's going to get called for the foul here. It's a shooting foul, as Dagger's going to go back to the line.
Hopefully Dagger can get some points for his team so they can have some momentum here.
And Dagger has the first one hit off the rim.
We got some substitutions here. Who we got?
Substitutions coming in. James Sappington coming in for his brother Gabe. And Trevor Fisher is also out of the game. I believe Nick Jones has re-entered the ball game for Conception.
St. Mary's has just gained a point.
And 1 out of 2 at the line for Dagger. He's got 3 points. Conception up 8. 11:30 to go here in the first half.
Moves the ball
As we
around.
got Sappington all the way to the lane, he drives it up and in.
You know, his height and the length of his arms and the strength that he has in his ball handling, it was bound to happen.
17-7 Conception. I think as a three-point shot goes up and it goes through for Pampina. I think Terry was saying that James Sappington played D1 football for Ball State University. I don't know
I don't
if
believe
that's
it.
true.
I got to see it to believe it, you know.
Got to see it. Maybe you got to pull up some highlights on YouTube.
Faith is one thing, you know, but we don't want to be Thomas here. But also, you know, I can say anything.
Jones grabs his own rebound, and the ball eventually gets stolen
No, that's always
by Virginio.
It's always interesting to see the backgrounds of these different seminarians. You know, you guys got guys who are academics, you got guys who are in the workforce, guys who are in the military, guys who are in the hospitals. It's impressive.
Look at the coach for Conception, Father Victor Shinstock. He's been around too. I think I asked him last year if he knew the monks that were working on the, as a three-point shot is long, if they're working on the liturgy of the hours, because the monks at Conception are the ones that are doing the new
Really?
revision. Yes.
Wow.
They're the ones doing the translation for us.
For those who are not seminarians, this is something that we have been anticipating for a long, long, long time.
A three-point shot is made by Anthony Pampina. He's now got 8. He's their leading scorer in 17-10 Conception. And ball rolls away and is taken away by Henkels. 17-13 now, excuse me. St. Mary's hanging in there against Conception. All the way to the basket. Oh, he's a little out of control there with Scone.
You know, it's all these fanciness and trick shots, you know, they're fun. That you think that you can get them, but more often than not, they become just seem a little bit like a sloppiness to your game. You know, I just think fundamentals are like just the key things in basketball. Like, just do what works well and work as a team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just like that in any sport or any aspect of life, right?
Yeah, I'm sure a Disney movie has showed that at some point in life.
That's right.
It's all right. This is just for fun here. This, like I said, we're all here together at this tournament to praise the Lord, to love thy neighbor, and to have some good friendly competition.
So as Watrira hits another 3, he's got 6.
We still got ourselves a ball game here. 7 points. It's just 3 possessions.
Yep.
It just becomes a defensive game for St. Mary's.
High arcing shot for Pampina is no good, but he gets the rebound, goes back in to Dagger. That's no good. Sappington with the ball, and he loses a little bit of control as he goes out of bounds, and it looks like it's going to go back to St. Mary's. 20-13 St. Mary's as we've got Thielen coming back in for Watrira. Wachira.
He's been able to make a couple great plays today. I've been impressed with his performance at this tournament.
Yeah, they have a great backcourt. 3-pointer goes up by Pampina. That's no good, and the rebound goes to Jesus Martinez.
In fact, at the March for Life, I actually ran into a couple of St. Mary's of Baltimore there. Good guys.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they were excited to be there, as I'm sure you were, as a 3-pointer is good by Thielen.
I'm more excited about this at this present moment right now that Conception has pulled out another 3.
It is crazy right now.
Here we go. Now we got St. Mary's with the 2-point field goal. Conception is dribbling the ball. Number 15 is moving his way down at the top of the key. Passes to the right wing, back into the inner lane. Ball is rolling out of bounds. Going to be St. Mary's basketball. Ryan, what are you noticing as you're watching this game here?
Yeah, I noticed that Conception had pulled away early on, and they kind of made some careless turnovers, and St. Mary's has actually been driving the ball in a little bit more. It's caught Conception a little off guard, but it seems like they might be stabilizing their defense here. So
right. Look at that.
There's some careless passes too, as Scone makes his first field goal attempt.
I'm liking the momentum that St. Mary's is gaining. Slow but surely, they're creeping back. Only about 6 points here.
Yep, they're fighting tough. They're hanging in there. And Conception hasn't taken care of the basketball, as there's another turnover. They haven't been taking care of the basketball as they were in previous games.
You know, I may not be a professional basketball player or by any means a commentator, but I just know if watching sports, if you see those stats of like yards gained in football or how many turnovers you have in football, it transfers over here. How many points and how many attempts, and then how many turnovers wins or loses the game.
Yeah. Definitely. As Jones tries to dribble, Thielen for 3 from the wing. He loves that corner, and he hits another 3. 26-17.
Yeah, we got other games going on across the campus here, right? At St. Mary de Popolo?
Yeah, so got a final score for you from Santa Maria, the 1:30 game between St. Joseph's Abbey and St. John Vianney.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah. St. Joseph's wins again, 54-49 over St. John Vianney. So defending champs also 3-0. And most likely they'll be the number 1 seed.
I mean,
we'll check at halftime.
We'll have to see. But it's probably going to be because let's get some prayers going for our friend. Yeah, we got someone who's a little stage fright here. You know, why don't you introduce yourself, my brother seminarian?
Just introduce myself, okay?
Yeah, come in so you can see the camera right here.
Sneak into the wide shot right here. Oh, and we're off camera. Hey, there we go. How about that?
Oh.
All right, I'm Gregory Cleaver, Theology 4 for the Diocese of Jefferson City, and I'm due to get ordained a deacon hopefully this May or June, God willing. So
Praise God. That's
There you go.
Excellent.
You excited?
beautiful thing. Yes, very excited, a little bit nerve-wracking, but the whole thing. But it's gonna be wonderful. Just following God's call.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we're blessed to have you here, and may
Thank
God
you
bless
very
you
much.
as you
It's a
prepare
blessing
in
to
these
be
last
here.
months. Yeah. Now, what have you seen in this last game here? You've been able to stand above this goal that's in our eye line here. So, any comments?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I was actually sleeping the previous game.
Oh,
Taking a nap. Been working really hard this whole time. But for me, the big thing I'm seeing right now is the thing you're going to want to do if you want to beat Conception. It seems like you're just going to need to shut down the Sappington brothers. That is the powerhouse of their offense. They're going to be trying to muscle into the paint and just hammer layups the entire time. St. Mary's is going to have to come up with an answer for that if they're going to want to have a chance to win this game.
yeah. Conception to these brothers is like the cell to the mitochondria. It is the powerhouse of the cell.
Well, they're definitely the powerhouse of that offense.
Yes, yes. Hey, just to get back on you, in this last semester, how is trust and faith in God going to get you through these last few months of seminary formation?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't have headphones on. I did not hear a word you just said over the crowd. It's electric in here, by the way. Shout out to our fans from Conception.
There we go.
They're doing an awesome job bringing the Thunder over there. They're the sons of the Thunder out there at Conception, and their fans bring it.
I'm talking about trust. How has trust come in this last month?
Oh, I think it's always just the Christian battle right there in general when it comes to trust is either you're relying on God or relying on yourself. It doesn't end too well if you're relying on yourself. So just got to trust that, God's leading you where he wants you to be and surrender it entirely to him.
And
Beautiful steal right there. Bringing it down the court.
wow.
That is a clinical move right there.
God's-
Gorgeous steal.
God's grace is sufficient. I think that just kind of brings everything together, what you said there, that God's grace is enough to get you through whatever he's calling you to do.
Trying to figure out
Almost a
these-
steal there as Dewanzik made the last bucket, and another steal from St. Mary's. And I got to tell you guys, Conception hasn't looked too crisp here. They've committed some turnovers that I haven't seen them commit so far in this tournament. So
Lobs it up there.
St. Mary's is a real nice fast break. They can get going with those steals.
loose ball there is controlled by Colin Thielen, and Conception has the ball with 3:15 to go in the first half. And it's tipped out of bounds by Martinez, and it'll be St. Mary's basketball.
Conception has been a nice surprise story for this tournament. That is a pretty small seminary currently. I think they have around 25 guys from what I heard, and yet they're showing up with one of the powerhouses of this entire tournament. So that's been a real cool storyline to follow, seeing one of the smaller seminaries really show up to play. They're just a college seminary. I don't want to say just there.
Wow.
But for those of you at home, that means that they have a smaller pool of guys that they'll be drawing from for their team, and yet they are really showing up and playing with the big guys here.
Does Jefferson City send any seminary and college guys to?
Yeah, currently Luke Dalton over there in the crowd helping bring the cheerleading. He's on a propedeutic year there.
Oh, he's
Right.
a proper dude.
He's a propedeutic. Try to say that, propedeutic, try to say that 10 times fast.
Yeah,
Not the easiest thing to do.
I just stick with the proper dude, and then you got the discipleship stage with the D1 athletes, D1 seminarians there, and then you got yourselves the configuratios. I don't know. We got to come up with something with configuration.
I think it might be a bit of a stretch to call a discipleship one person a D1 athlete, but I suppose that could be true.
You know, we can only hope. We have to
It
pray.
definitely could, yeah.
We go.
Thielen drives to the corner and takes a jump shot. That's no good as Dagger comes up with the ball.
Conception's got a nice game plan there, threatening low with the Sappington brothers, and then just that's not working, just play it right to the outside and drop a three. That seems to be a pretty strong hammer and anvil tactic they have going on.
Yeah, and they also have great shooters, so that definitely helps when they're getting trouble, especially in the post. From either one of the Sappington brothers, they can kick it out, and they got shooters all across the perimeter.
It's a pretty good strategy that they'll have there. We'll see if that takes them to the playoffs. Looks like it probably will. See if anyone can come up with an answer for that. 'cause
Yeah,
that's gonna
2-0
be-
right. 2-0 right now. And right now they're in good shape up before halftime.
See what answers St. Mary's can come up with after this timeout right here.
Oh, not enough time to bring out the clipboard. Gonna have to go on a wing and a prayer. You see right there in the stripes is our Deacon Caleb, who has been a great host and also a director of the live stream here at this tournament. So let's remember to keep him in our prayers as he's also preparing for priestly ordination this, God willing, at the end of this year.
St. Mary's with the basketball now as we get back into the action.
Oh.
Soon with a attempt at layup which goes nowhere.
We have a player with a shoe coming off. I don't know if anyone noticed that.
Oh,
That last
Watria with a
play.
beautiful layup.
Beautiful. Let's see
It's
here.
St. Mary's now down 12. Almost a minute to go here. Dugarde with the basketball in the
Number
corner,
3.
swings it to Henkel.
Number 3
Swings it out to Virginio, and a three-pointer is no good by Schoon.
of St. Mary's, I see.
Gabriel Schoon has been playing with the shoe halfway off and playing very well doing that. Kind of impressive to watch him keep up with everyone.
And a three-point attempt by Virginio is no good.
And
Rebound
that's why
by Gabriel Sappington.
And that's why you tie a double knot, kids.
Under a minute to go here. We are at 46 seconds to go in the first half. Conception up 12 right now.
Moving that ball really
Great
well.
passing and stolen by Dagger. And trying to track down the ball was Virginio, and he runs out of bounds. 33 seconds to go. .9 officially here. And Conception might look for the last shot here as Watriwa.
Yeah, really trying to make sure that St. Mary's doesn't get any points here. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like St. Mary's is going to be able to pull out a win.
Three-point
here today.
attempt is no good. Dagger with the rebound to Schoon, and St. Mary's, they're going to get one more crack at this.
My apologies.
Three-point attempt is no good by Henkels, I believe it was. Sappington with 3 seconds to go. He kicks it out. Watriwa at the buzzer, and he drills it.
That's wonderful. I want a correction. I thought I was looking
He
at the
has been
scoreboard.
an absolute stalwart of their team right there. He is just playing very well. His game accents the Sappington brothers excellently, I would
His
say.
third of the first half. He finishes with 11 points. We'll get scores and updates for you during our halftime. And if you guys want to entertain the masses.
That's all right. And can you tell the scoreboard over there that they are at 2 the second half right now? That's what I made a mistake by looking at that. All right.
Yep, we will take care of that.
All right.
Okay.
Why don't you come over here, Gregory?
Okay.
Here we go. You're in the chair, the man in the chair.
Wild turn of events right there.
Can you hear me?
I can, just barely. There you go.
Oh, we got to turn yourself up here. Which one?
Okay, I can hear pretty good.
You can hear now?
Well, we're live on YouTube, so
Oh.
we probably should do a sound check right now.
There.
Just doing that.
Okay.
We're
So-
just going to go into it.
I guess we are. Now, we are having a 3-minute half here at this point. It's 3 minutes left in the halftime. But as you can see, Mundelein has this really cool old school gymnasium. It's original to the seminary all the way 100 years ago, and they have all these cool crests and symbols of the different basketball tourneys. Can't tell you I know what all of them say or what all they mean, but just great place of history right here at Mundelein.
It is a beautiful campus, and we are really blessed to have a lot of history here.
That's
at
right.
the seminary. Another place that clearly would have a lot of history, St. Mary's, Baltimore. For those of you at home, I believe that is the Patriarchal See of America, kind of the center diocese for the entire country.
St. Mary's, the patriarch.
Baltimore is.
Yeah.
That's the center.
First diocese.
First diocese is Central Diocese, right there out in Maryland, our original Catholic colony. So kind of a cool little piece of history there.
Yeah. Wait 1 second here. Okay. All right. Perfect. So, what we got going on here is the last 2 minutes of the halftime break here. We have the Conception on screen. They're looking pretty good right now with about a 15-point lead over St. Mary's. But yeah, what we got, what Gregory was saying was, now we're good. Gregory was telling us about how St. Mary's was the first diocese in the colonies in the country.
It is the patriarchal see in America, from what I understand. So that's kind of our head archdiocese for the entire country.
Which is pretty cool. Have you ever been to Baltimore?
I have not, but I'd love to visit. I heard they have excellent food out there.
Oh, you got to get the seafood out there.
That's what I heard, the crab.
What you got to do is this. You got to go to St. Mary's, the basilica out there, the Basilica of the Assumption of Our Lady.
Oh, I haven't been.
It's like it's the first cathedral.
It is the first cathedral.
Of the colonies.
Okay.
Of the colonies.
Wow.
I know there's a lot of claims out there, but yeah, all these specifications are important. But yes, it's a very historical place.
That's important because that would make it the mother church for all of us here, in fact.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. A lot of great history out there, but a lot of great history happened here to this basketball tournament here at Mundelein Seminary.
All right, folks, we're about to move into the second half of this game. We'll see if St. Mary's can mount a comeback. Their fast attack seems to be their best chance at doing something right here. That's really helped them out so far in this game and been one of the bright points of their overall strategy.
All right, quickly stats at halftime for St. Mary's. Luke Dagger with 5 points, Gabriel Schoon with 2 points, Thomas Stewanczak with 2 points, Anthony Vampino with 10 points, and Peter Henkels with 2. For Conception, Colin Thielen with 9 points, Eric Watriwa with 11, Trevor Fisher with 6 points. And that's a 3-pointer. Not sure who shot that, but it's now 36-24 as you begin the second half here.
Strong open for St. Mary's. That's exactly what you want to be doing to mount a comeback.
Jones underneath as they swing it around. Back to Watriwa at the top of the key. Over to Thielen on the wing for 3. That's no good. And the rebound goes to St. Mary's. And a 3-point attempt by Virginio is no good. Rebound goes to Sappington and Conception.
St. Mary's is...
Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. I was just going to say, St. Mary's is wasting absolutely no time and just taking 3 points and trying to put stuff up on the board. You like that approach? They're really going to have... Oh, wow. Hard
As
foul
Fisher
right there.
hits the and one.
An aggressive foul.
Fouls on Virginio. That is his second. Personal, team's first of the second half as Fisher looks to complete the 3-point play. And ball is tipped out of bounds by James Sappington. The ball will go over to St. Mary's.
That battle between James Sappington and Anthony, how would you pronounce it? Papina is going to be probably one of your most important of this entire game. It really seems to be their strategy to shut down James and keep him away from the basket and vice versa.
A scramble for the ball as there's going to be a foul called on Eric Watriwa, his second personal. That's going to be the team's first of the second half. Ball goes down to Harrison Rapp. Rapp throws it cross court. It gets stolen by Watriwa. And Watriwa's going to have a layup for 2.
Beautifully finished right there.
What do you expect right there? That's what's going to happen.
Watriwa now has 13 points as he's getting his second half going.
And Conception has passed that 40-point mark.
Watriwa's been doing that all tournament. He just absolutely intercepts those passes and takes them for layups quite consistently.
He has very active hands I've seen from over the years.
And explosive energy, too. Like, he just pops right out of the zone there.
Three-point attempt by Vapina is no good, and the rebound goes to Fisher.
Seemed just a little too much behind it. Good alignment, not enough too much gas.
Out
It's a
to
nice
Thielen.
look, though.
Thielen throws across court to no one, and that will be a turnover. 16:55 to go. Conception leads 40-24.
See, one of the big things St. Mary's is going to have to try to overcome in this also is just Conception's coming in with a bit of a height advantage, and that does not make things easy. I can tell you as someone who's a bit shorter when I try to play basketball. When you have those guys that are anything over 6 foot coming down on you, it's does not make shooting easy.
You feel like you're in a foxhole.
You do. You very much do.
Schoon falls down and loses the ball to Conception. And the pressure continues to be ramped up by Conception as Watriwa now has the ball.
No look pass. Look
Gets
at
down
that.
to Sappington as he gets into a little bit of trouble. Thielen from the wing takes a three. That shot is no good. Rebound high in the air by Gabe Sappington. He muscles his way back up. Shot is no good. And looks like they're going to call a foul on the ground.
That was a nice job by St. Mary's right there, keeping away from just having an easy layup. Good defense down on the paint.
Sometimes you got to take those fouls like that. It's going to slow down play, give you an opportunity to get another shot at it. As Schoon picks up his first.
And prevented the points right there.
The team's second foul. And Fisher got the pass from Watriwa off the inbounds. Oh, and the ball thrown behind Dewanzek by Dugarte, and he turns the ball over.
Now hear me out. Just hear me out.
I'll hear you out.
Does this facial hair have a role in this game? I noticed that a lot of Conception players have facial hair. I need that expert advice there, Gregory. What do you think? Does that actually play a role?
From all of my time in playing sports, I've never noticed a real difference between facial hair and non-facial hair, unless it has a particular intimidation value, which I'm not entirely seeing here, but you never know.
You never know.
The St. Mary's guys don't exactly seem shook, though. They seem pretty cool, and they're continuing to play their game, which is nice to see.
All right, so we can roll that out for all those who are wondering. I was asking for a friend.
You're welcome.
Another bad pass by St. Mary's caused another turnover, and Conception has the basketball again. That doesn't help St. Mary's. Oh, ball bounces off the foot of Watriwa, and there's a turnover by Conception.
The spearhead of St. Mary's is bringing it down the lane.
As Dagger has the basketball now, and she's yo-yoing up and down. Nice screen, and
beautiful setup for the shot.
It's not going to be a nice screen as Henkels commits the offensive foul on legal screen. That is his first personal and the team's third.
St. Mary's is doing a nice job sticking to their game plan here, though. They don't seem to be panicking at all and really just playing exactly the way they showed up and decided to play, which is nice to see.
Yeah, and while it's a running clock, Gregory, you know, there's still plenty of time. I mean, 14 minutes to get back into the game. But they got to keep playing defense, which is difficult to do against this Conception team.
Really, with them, it seems like you just got to get them to be a little bit too aggressive and then wait for them to make a mistake and capitalize.
Dewanzek with the rebound gives it to Dagger off the miss. And Schoon thought about the three, and he tried to drive instead. Ball gets thrown away into the corner.
Able to recover it.
Those passes have been really hurting St. Mary's. They've had a few of them just go flying out of control.
No good.
Basket is does not count by Rapp as Chacon picks up the foul. That's going to be his first personal and the team's second.
I'm loving the energy here, man. The vibe of this gymnasium is really cool.
Yeah. Conception does a really good job also of being supportive, and ball is loose and Schoon can't run it down and it gets turned over.
Yeah, you can't see it from the point of view of the live stream here, but the team of Conception is all on their feet right now. Everyone's engaged.
And it's good to enjoy yourself when you know you're up by double digits, you know. Sappington with the ball, kicks it out to Thielen, out to Watriwa, swings it to Chacon.
all the way around the world.
To Sappington. Sappington with the shot, and he puts it in. Gabe Sappington.
And that's just
continues his dominant play. He's got 8 points.
That's your bread and butter play right there if you're Conception. Just get the ball to Sappington low, let him pop it.
St. Mary's is not able to really, they were just kind of looking around, their heads just going, they can't keep up.
It's the ball, when you pass the ball, one of the things I learned is when you pass the ball, it always goes faster than what people can follow, and that's why you sometimes get an open shot. And definitely Conception's an excellent passing basketball team. Sappington drives, and it gets knocked away. It's going to stay here on this side.
Thankfully, our safety cones were there to protect us from the total destruction of our technology.
James, his brother, blood brother, coming in for Gabe.
As we were saying before, the mitochondria of this team. The powerhouse.
And they can just switch out the powerhouses as they go here.
Alternating current.
Three-pointer almost in by Chacon, and the rebound goes to Sappington, and he's going to get held by Dagger.
And that right there is where you can just see that height advantage really taking its toll with those rebounds. It makes things a lot easier. St. Mary's has actually done a pretty good job staying in this game. If their passing had been a little bit more under control, they'd probably be sitting pretty well.
Pampina comes in for Schoon for St. Mary's as the ball gets kicked out. Chacon again for three. Little long this time. And the rebound goes to St. Mary's as Dagger and St. Mary's just looking for something to get going here. He stops for three. That's short.
Dagger had a nice look for an uncontested three there. Oh, here comes Conception on a fast break.
Sappington up the floor to Chacon. He passes it back to Sappington. Chacon gives it back to Sappington. He gives it to Watriwa. They're not really guarding Chacon all that much. He's been pretty close a couple times. There's another miss.
St. Mary's looking a little sluggish with their arms not up and their lack of engagement of the three-point line.
Yeah, Conception, I think, might be wearing them down a little bit as Rapp gets his first field goal.
Conception does have 4 more players on their active roster right now.
You know, and that's going to be a role right there. How many people can you sub in to keep people fresh?
Chacon down to Martinez. Martinez goes underneath the basket and almost makes it. Dewanczyk dribbling the ball down the floor, and there's an injured player down on the other end. And we'll take a timeout here.
Why don't we all just say a quick memorare real quick for him. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Remember, O most gracious Virgin Mary, there never was known that anyone who fled to thy protection, implored God high, or sought thy intercession, was left unaided. Inspired by this confidence, I fly unto thee, O virgins of virgins, my mother. To thee do I come, before thee I stand, sinful and sorrowful. My mother, the Lord incarnate, despise not my petition, but in thy mercy hear and answer me. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Back to the action here with St. Mary's.
Passing around the key.
As Virginio is at the top of the key now, and he looks to take a shot, but picks up his dribble. Little bit of trouble here as he gets it to Rapp in the corner. Rapp goes all the way underneath the basket.
Oh,
and a
beautiful layup. Wow, that was
beautiful reverse layup.
I am so happy to see that.
And off the reverse layup, that's his second basket of the second half, and it's just a 14-point game.
But here again, Conception doing their moving the ball.
Watriwa down to Thielen. Thielen looking to get inside, but gives it back to Watriwa, gives it back to Chacon. Chacon dribbling out to James Sappington, gets poked away, but right back to, Rubalcaba is now on the floor for Chacon as the ball gets taken away.
Top of three.
Dagger gives it to Pampina for three, and he drills it.
Wow.
We have broken.
He is going to be the key to their game if they're going to mount a comeback right here.
His third make of the night, of the afternoon.
Keystone of that team.
They're not that far behind. It's just
and it's an
11
11-point game with 8:16 to go.
Absolutely could happen. And one of the other things that I think is important to remember with this tournament is point differential matters quite a bit with your seeding, not only for the playoffs, but if you make them at all. So this is something where really not just having the win, but how much you win by is something teams have to think about when they're playing these games.
Yeah, definitely. And Conception's 2-0 right now. I believe St. Mary's is 1-1. So if St. Mary's can keep it close and some other teams go to 1-2, who knows? You know, maybe they back their way in.
Yeah.
So as we see Mundelein Seminary warming up or getting ready for their next game, as they're going to play Bishop Bruté Seminary.
And then you got yourselves the fans over there on the bleachers.
Mundelein has been bringing a rowdy fan section.
Terry Marmion speaking with the head players, the deacons of the basketball team.
Looks like we have a bit of an injury for St. Mary's. Looks like he'll hopefully be able to get back in the game, but
Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
a contused cheekbone from the looks of it.
Contused.
Contused.
Contused?
Contused.
Excuse you.
Be hit in the face is what I was saying.
That's what you're saying.
All right, we're back in play.
Watriwa, throws it up and over to Sappington
There
and
we go.
puts it in.
Wow. And that
James
is,
Sappington with the bucket.
and that is, if you are any team in this tournament, you're going to be having to think about how you're going to shut that down because they have that option. They have the kick away for the three-pointer look. They just Conception has a lot of ways to hurt you on offense.
And I just want to point this out. Just put this in perspective, just how intense the NBA is. One player scored 73 points the other day, and that was not too long of the combined total of the points here just now.
Yes.
Block.
That is why those people are professionals at this, and we are collegiate amateurs.
Amateur, what does that word come from? But to do it for love, you know,
That's
out
true.
of love.
It is out of love for the sport that we are here.
Rapp's shot attempt was blocked by Sappington, and then the ball goes out of bounds.
It comes down who is conditioned enough. You know, they've already played many a games. It's who has played enough basketball during the semesters and break.
Also about the points.
Well, yeah, but you make points because you got stamina, okay?
Correct.
Yeah.
St. Mary's sitting in a loose 2-3 zone right now.
Air ball.
And that's an air ball. Not too many mistakes on Conception's part here. They're still playing pretty solid basketball. As the shot by Dewanzik is
Good
no
rebound.
Good.
Very nice play right there by St. Mary's.
Dagger with his third field goal make of the game.
The year of our Lord, 33.
He's got
for St.
7.
Mary's.
Dagger's put himself together a nice second half here. Good showing for Baltimore.
Jones with the ball now gives it to Watriwa. Watriwa to Thielen with a little bit of an air ball there. And Rapp with the ball for St. Mary's, down 12. They're still in it, 6 minutes to go in the game. They got to find a way to string some shots together, made shots and put some stops. As Virginio with an air ball, and the ball gets turned over to St. Mary's.
St. Mary's is doing a nice job of sticking around. There's been a couple of times where it looks like Conception might completely run away with it, but they just keep on biting away at it.
Yeah, I got to give him credit. Got to give him credit.
Sappington underneath. Oh, he blows the layup, but he's going to get to the line.
Now, something else that I've been noticing with these players, and particularly St. Mary's, is how high they're dribbling. If Conception really wanted to, they could just steal that ball.
Yeah. Sappington at the line shooting 2. He's 1 for 1 so far. And he drills the first free throw.
Looks like he said a little prayer there before he took that shot. No wonder it went straight in.
He looked right up to the heavens, and it was bound to go in.
Schoon comes in for Dewanzik for St. Mary's. 5 minutes to go. Conception up 13 here.
Nails them both. Wow.
Wow.
He's now got 9. As Conception now leads 47-33. I was speaking earlier, guys. I think I was telling Terry. Most of the times in most of the years I've watched this tournament, if you can hit the 40-point mark first.
Oh, no, I already brought that up. I guess you didn't have your headphones in.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, they've made it past that 47 mark. It's kind of like almost set in stone at this point.
Yeah. 40 points usually will get it done. As Nick Jones comes in for Colin Thielen, that three-pointer is
Buckets.
good.
Would you just look at that? Would you just look at it?
By
Look at it.
Pampina, he's got 4 on the day. I think he's 4 for 4. And they're within 11 with 4 minutes to go.
If Dagger and Pampina could get something going there, which is what it looks like St. Mary's is really turning towards, they could really make a run here.
And a trap and the steal by St. Mary's.
But I'm going to have to jump on the bandwagon here. I'm going to say Conception's going to pull through if I had to make a prediction.
I have no idea why you would say that with this game being where it is right now.
Rap goes all the way to the basket. Ball
What?
misses the shot. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with St. Mary's. Dagger gets the inbound pass for 3. That's no good. Rebound goes to Pampina. Sorry, to Hankels. Hankels to Rap. Rap throws it to Pampina. Pampina throws it down low to Hankels. Hankels misses the shot. Dagger gets it back
there
up
you
and
go.
in.
Wow, that has been clinical for them, and they're within striking distance right now.
I want to take note that both have 1 timeout left, and we're about to approach the 2-minute mark of left in the half.
Jones dribbles into the corner. He's kind of suffocated there as he kicks the ball back out. Rubakava is there with the ball back to Jones. Jones back to Watriwa, back down to Phillips. Phillips with the shot, and he puts it in.
Isn't that's great. How many has he got this game?
That's his first basket of this game, Andrew.
That's wonderful. Happy to see that.
Nice clean set play right there.
As
St.
Dagger
Mary's
drives
Dagger.
in, and he misses the shot.
Almost got the and one.
You know, I don't know if I think we can all say that we're pretty neutral, besides my little comment there about predicting Conception winning there. I think what we just want to see always is that and one. Can I get an amen on that?
The and one, I'll give you an
And
amen. The and one is always a fun call to be able to make right there.
Oh, Dagger's first free throw bounces in and out. As we approach 2 minutes to go here, they need to, well.
They got to stop that clock at some
Yeah.
point.
They could.
They could, but they're not because
care.
we're seminarians and we're not professionals. I believe it's
We're doing it for the love of the sport. All right,
Dagger
here we go.
misses both free throws.
maybe it's down to 1 minute.
Gabriel Sappington back into the ball game for Conception to close this out as he's just kind of dribbling out the clock here.
Conception's crowd is very much coming alive right now. They brought a nice little fan section.
Dagger with his second personal foul. And the bonus now for Conception as Gabe Sappington will go to the line, shooting 1-and-1.
One of the interesting things to pay attention to in these games is there is no shot clock, so it comes down to sportsmanship, how much you're just going to keep the ball at this time in the court and when you're going to take that shot.
I've noticed that.
First free throw's no good as
saw
Pampina
that
gets the
one.
rebound. Nathaniel Boyd in for Conception now.
St. Mary's is playing with a nice fury right there.
St. Mary's just looking for some quick buckets here as they're down 11.
Wow.
Ball goes off of a St. Mary's player out of bounds, and it's Conception basketball. With 1:19 to go here in the second half. As we tick down towards 1 minute, 49-38.
Really slowing down the
Boyd.
pace of the game here.
Oh, great
Boyd out
block
to
right
Phillips
there and a
and
good
a-
steal.
And a steal. Rap with the ball. They're going to need to score quickly here as we approach 1 minute to go in the second
Let's see
half.
it.
Oh, a good block
And-
for Sappington.
But there's going to be a foul called on Gabe Sappington.
Oh, things are all over the place here with the heart.
Oh, he's getting 3 shots here.
3 shots.
3 one-pointers. Make your
Sure.
presence felt, Pampina.
Just under 58 seconds to go here as Pampina is going to need all 3 of these, and he misses the first one.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, and almost the same spot that he missed the first one, misses the second. And just brutal down the stretch of not being able to make your free throws.
Drum roll.
And 1 out
There
of
we
3
go.
I didn't do a good enough drum roll that first time there.
for Pampina.
Suppose not.
Let's see if they can get past that 40-minute point.
He's got 17 points, though, for St. Mary's, so he's put in a really good effort today.
Game recognized game. Look at that.
Jones all the way to the basket. That shot is no good.
And
Rebound by
here we go.
Pampina.
They have to make some quick plays right here.
Here we go.
10-point
Bring
game.
it in for the layup.
Oh, that was a
Layup.
really nice look.
Great pass.
Just to say it again, we are not, we are just looking for the and ones. We are wanting to see the and one.
I'm just enjoying everything I'm watching.
Isn't the Lord so good?
He is. All
Boy
right, here
down, and the ball gets
Oh, we
stolen
got
by
17
Henkel.
seconds.
Great steal by St. Mary's. Let's see if we can get
Full
one more
court,
play off.
Four-court press here.
Oh.
Stops the clock, though.
I like that look, though. That's fun. Going for a little layup action.
You know, what is that, the Globetrotters? Bum, ba-da-da-da-da-ba-da-da-ba-bum, bum.
I have no idea.
The Harlem Globetrotters. What? The Harlem Shooters. What? You know,
The
those,
Globetrotters. Yeah, I saw them once when I was like 12.
they have like a song, a theme song and everything.
Sure.
Anyway, they're going to run the time run down,
And Conception dribbles out the clock as they win the game, go to 3-0. Final score, Conception 49, St. Mary's 39.
yep. Let's see what we got here on the bracket here.
Do we have an update from Santa Maria del Popolo?
I'm sure that we'll
To the
get one
people?
during the next game.
Okay.
Yeah, so
But yeah,
Gregory,
0. It's 0-3 for St. Mary's. I hate to say it.
0-3 for
I
St.
was-
Mary's.
You know, at the beginning of this tourney, I was expecting a lot from them, and I feel for them. You know.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I have a bit of business I need to attend to, court managing stuff. I will try to be back on in 1 second, though.
Okay.
Gentlemen,
allow
I'll
it.
see you in a bit.
Gregory,
We're
Cleaver,
allowed.
thank you for joining us.
I'll try to rejoin,
Okay.
if you allow me.
Oh,
Who knows?
Oh, yes.
I don't know what good the quality of my commenting was, but it certainly was there. So you're welcome, America.
I mean, you were there. You were there. Bye.
Can confirm.
All right. Next up, we got Mundelein and Bishop Bruté playing here at Mundelein Seminary. Do we have anybody else playing at Maria de Popolo? It is past that time. This is the only game going on at this moment. Here, just to give the lineups to the Mundelein Seminary, not particularly the starting lineup by any means. But guys that we got on this team are Lee Noel, Patrick Dukowski, Larry Curtis, Simon Steer. We got Jared Kleinwalker. We got Josh White, Shane Cookler. I can't say my own classmate's name. I do apologize. But we got Shane, number 23, Jim Bryant, Anthony Willie, brother Kevin Bernard, then Tien Buie, and then Vicente Cobo.
There it is.
Then they took away the other scorecard for the Bishop Bruté, but this is a great time to be watching basketball here. Can't help but just be excited to see the sportsmanship that we're going to see in this next game. Mundelein is 1-1, and I'm going to pull up the record for Simon Bruté. And as of right now, Bishop Bruté is 0-2. So Bishop Bruté needs a win, but Mundelein also needs a win if they have any hopes of being contenders and competitive here in this semifinals. But yes, as you see in the sign there, welcome to the Follow O'Malley Invitational Athletica Christi Nobilis, where we are praising the Lord, loving thy neighbor, and playing hard. Good, fundamental basketball. Bounce passes, layups, three-point shots. Playing with some good sportsmanship. The Mundelein mascot is what I've called Larry the Laker. He's been known to be quite friendly. He's actually making friends right now with the bison of Bishop Bruté. The bull is actually being taunted by Larry the Laker with the towel across. Man, the creativity of these mascots. It's unmatched. But we're waiting for these scores here that's are coming through here these days, and we got our game here at 3:30. And I'm looking for the Saturday evening games, if there's any. I do apologize.
Do you want to call?
You want me to call it?
I was going to say, if you want to call it with us, you can. If you want to do the names, how do you pronounce these names?
I can tell you which one. Harbor Beautiful Q, like H-E-W. Quinn. Josh Osway.
Terry, what do you got to say to the fans back home? Well, there you have it.
And we're back. It's good to be back after a long 2 games here. Colin with a couple of Gregs.
Yeah, we got 2 Gregs here today. Never a bad day to be a Greg, right?
It is always a great day, in fact, to be a Greg, from what I understand.
We have an exciting game here. Mundelein plays against Bishop Bruté Seminary. Mundelein has a chance here to advance to the semifinals. They need a win and a point differential. Now, what that point differential is depends on the outcome of the game being played right now over at Maria de Popolo. So when we get that update, we'll let you know.
Outside of that, in this game, if you're Mundelein, you're really looking to run up this score very aggressively. For Bishop Bruté, you're looking to play spoiler right here, and they both have some nice incentive. Bishop Bruté looking to come to the home team and rock them in their own house and take them out the entire tournament, and Mundelein looking to advance on to the semifinals, and they're going to really need to put quite a few points on Bishop Bruté if they really want to make that happen. So,
you know, there's a spin to this game here. You know, we got fans spinning all in the background. It's got Larry the Laker in the back there spinning the towel. And then we got the Bishop Bruté bison or bull, whatever that is, in front of us here.
I do believe it is a bison.
Bison.
I would call it a buffalo. I think there's a technical differentiation that buffalo are from Asia, but, you know, I grew up calling them buffalo. That's what they are.
Well, whichever animals we have out in the court, we do have our players taking the court now for the tip-off.
Who do we got?
Well, for starters, for Bishop Bruté, we have Thomas Bundy, Antonio Harbert, number 3, Jacob Esker, number 4, Robert McKay, and number 22, Paul Klein.
And let's go see what we have for Mundelein Seminary.
For Mundelein, we have number 12, Simon Stair, 15, Jaron Kleinwester, 25, Anthony Willie, 30, brother Kevin Menard, and 33, Deanne Bowie. And we're off. Mundelein starts possession. Deanne passed to Jared, down to Willie.
We're hearing a lot of noisemakers in the background of this game. There are quite a few fans making their way into the arena.
Bruté takes their possession. Foul on Mundelein.
Paul Klein with the ball. Pay attention to him. He is one of Bishop Bruté's big playmakers for their team. So they're going to want to make a push here. Bishop Bruté is going to be resting quite a bit of their efforts upon him and his game that he will be playing.
Inbound to Harbert. At the point, drives to the basket. Good defense.
Nice wrap up right there. Kind of a slow start to this game.
Well, Mundelein just really clogged up the lane there, so nothing was ever going to happen.
Did a good job of that. Looks like both teams are trying to kind of feel for the pace that the other one's going to be playing at here.
Bruté inbounds again. Gets it out to Bundy. Pass to Harbert. Passes into the corner. Back out to Bundy at the top, around the horn. The Harbert travels, it'll be Mundelein ball.
That's what we like to see here.
William for Tien. Point guard Tien drives up the field to Jared.
Jared's one of the explosive playmakers. He likes to get in low and make layups. That is a big part of his game that he'll be playing here for Mundelein.
Well, if I have anything to say here in these first 2 minutes, Mundelein's coming out a little bit more physical than Bruté.
Willie down to Bryant, back in the corner to Jared. Drives to the hoop. Pass out to Stair. Looks for the hoop. Blocked.
Oh, denied.
Beautiful block right there.
Bishop Bruté takes control. Harbert bringing up the ball. Steal by Mundelein.
Good recovery by Bruté. Setting up their offense again.
Klein with the ball. Goes around top. Passes into the corner, shoots. Air ball.
Good setup there for the three-pointer look.
Look. Tien passes down low. Oh, just intercepted on its way to Jared.
Mundelein seems to be playing very aggressively. perhaps not to their advantage, considering they've got size and probably work it in pretty easily.
Yeah, well, they need a lot of points. You know, it's not just about winning this game. They need a point differential to make it to the semifinals, and you have to wonder if that gets in their head a little bit as to how they play and what they're trying to accomplish.
It wouldn't surprise me. One other thing to keep in mind is they were part of a grueling loss in the last game that they played. They went into overtime by 5 minutes and really took a toll on their starters there. Gorgeous play by Anthony right there. Beautiful, easy layup.
Now that's one of my DBs right there, Diocesan Brothers from Peoria. Shout out to all the Peoria seminarians and faithful out there.
Great diocese right there in Western Illinois. Am I correct for saying that?
West Central North Illinois.
Great place. Look for Jared.
TN with the rebound back to Willie for an open three. Just misses.
Mundelein doing a nice job of bringing some pretty consistent pressure right there to this game.
Foul on Mundelein, Bruté ball. Still waiting on the update from the Maria del Popolo game to try to give you what the point differential required is. We'll give that to you when we have it. Right now, Bishop Bruté puts it up. Misses. Rebound Mundelein. Jared's going to bring it up the court. Passes it over to Simon. Takes the shot. Shoots it. Misses the basket, but goes for the board. Bruté ball.
Going back out. It's been a very slow start to this game. This might have been the slowest start we've seen of any of the games here. 2 points in 5 minutes. We'll see if things start to pick up.
Yeah, what do you make of that, Belgrade? Why so slow a start?
You know, it's just been a lot of unable to handle the ball, and so there's just been no momentum from that.
Just some sloppy play on both sides. Good defense right there by Shane Kleithermas. Pride of the Diocese of Jefferson City, that man.
Oh, wow. Would you look
Great
at that?
guy.
Yeah, you
Great
know a thing or
diocese.
two about Jefferson City, right, Greg?
I would know a thing or two about that wonderful diocese. There he is right there. Good rebound, good play.
Mundelein ball, pass to Jared. Passes down low to Willie. Bounce pass to Stair. Puts it up.
Rebound, Kleithermas, and
What I
one.
love to see.
And one. That's what we are here for, folks.
That's great.
Shane Kleithermas standing his ground right there and getting that two-pointer and gets a shot to make it a three.
Great to see it.
Haven't had a lot full extra point plays this tournament, so it's fun to be able to watch.
Father Jake Beltran in the back there doing a great job sweeping.
And there we go. Taking care of business. Got to take those 3 points when they give them to you.
Yeah, you know, you really do.
That's a key aspect of the game that Mundelein actually lost their last game. It went tied in overtime, so all of those add up very quickly.
Every point counts. I mean, these are typically a little lower scoring games with defense predominating.
Yeah, we're looking at a 5-0 lead. Mundelein up top.
Quite a bit of physical play down there at the paint. The refs have been allowing for quite a bit of play in general in this game.
Simon Stair kicks it out to Willie. Back to Trukowski, back to Willie. Trukowski. Simon down low. And the Vicente.
Oh, miscommunication there on Mundelein's part, and they will turn it over.
Bishop Bruté is doing a good job of keeping that lane clogged up, and it's keeping the Mundelein Lakers on the outside, on the outskirts of the court.
Seem to have a good answer to Mundelein's game plan coming in. They can mount a little bit of offense on their own. Mundelein can see themselves really needing to tread water here just to stay alive in this game.
Puts up a wild shot, misses, hits the backboard. Recovery by Mundelein.
That is Vicente right there, 6'7".
Yeah, he's got height. He's probably the tallest player in the tournament. Wouldn't you say, Belgrade?
I think so. That would be safe to say.
4-3. Nails it. Ice cold. Josh White.
Man, vanilla ice cream that man is. Look at that.
That guy has absolute ice in his veins when it comes to dropping three-pointers.
Now we're getting some.
Now
we're getting a lead here.
I play with him in the gym here sometimes, and that is just his bread and butter. He will do a little crossover and just take that every single time.
Mundelein rebounds.
Another missed three-pointer for Bruté.
Kowski going to bring it up court. White goes out for the ball. Mishandled pass. It was a tough one to catch. It was kind of on the edge of his fingertips, and it gets tight on that side. You got to wonder if the wall or the sweepers might be gotten to his head a little bit.
Potentially. It's definitely just one of those things. You just got to connect there, though.
Yeah,
All right, here we go.
Number 22, Paul, is coming in with the point guard there. Takes it over to number 1.
Oh, good steal, Josh White. Here we go.
Trying to get
fast breaks
the ball
broken
back
up.
to Larry.
There we go.
Man, that just warms your heart. Such a clutch play. They needed that basket right there. Up 10-0.
Good finish right there. Our Mundelein mascot here seems to be having himself a very nice game so far. You'll see him dancing around in the sides of the camera angles.
And about
at
3,
times.
2, 1. There he is.
Bishop Bruté seems to be working around the key a bit and looking to make a lot of three-pointers seems to be their game plan so far. They don't seem to have much of an answer just for that natural height advantage that Mundelein has brought to this game. There are some big dudes on Mundelein's team.
Kowski over.
Ooh, Josh is
Takes
wincing.
the ball back.
There's something going on with the ground there.
Yeah, that section over there has been slippery for the entire tournament guys have been talking about. It's making it a little bit difficult to play.
Kowski's ball shoots it.
Oh, just
Off
not
the
enough
rim.
gas
Comes short
behind it.
Vicente.
Vicente, though, with the
Another
board.
rebound.
Dumps it off to Larry. Whitey takes the shot. Out of bounds. Bishop Bruté ball.
Substitution coming in. Tien is back, and Lee Noel is here as well from Cheyenne, Wyoming. Great diocese out there in the American West. And there's the Bishop Bruté mascot. Bishop Bruté Buffaloes join the herd.
What should we call him? You know, Barry?
I think you would have to ask him. I wonder if he has
It has to start with a B.
Yeah, Bruté. We'll call him Bruté the Bison.
Barry Bruté Bison.
Mundelein doing a phenomenal job of keeping Bruté out of the paint.
Now, it doesn't
They're
matter
forcing
how
him to take-
much points you get. It's just a matter of how much of a lead you have. Is that the right understanding?
Yeah, so it's point differential is what makes the difference in this tournament. So it's total points scored versus total points let up. So going into this game, Mundelein only was +4 on the point differential. So there was several teams that had significantly more points in their point differential, which would rank them ahead of Mundelein to make the playoffs, which means it is important if you're Mundelein to really run up this score.
Yeah, I
Willie
think
puts it up. Rebound.
Willie misses it. Kind of surprised he didn't take a couple of steps and go for the layup there. Went for the short-range two-pointer. Missed it.
Yeah, contested, but it looks like Bishop Bruté is going to have the ball here. Inbound to Russell. Back to Klein. Klein takes it past the half-court line. Looking to make something happen off the
Klein work.
screen. Jumper.
Long two misses.
Yeah, recovers.
Mundelein just has an absolutely suffocating defense. You can hear the crowd starting to get in the game, trying to work in the heads of Bishop Bruté.
yeah, the Mundelein Seminarians have been developing their pep squad over there.
Out on Bishop Bruté, Mundelein ball. Anthony Willie to inbound. Looks like Tien's in as for point guard. A lot of height right now on the Mundelein side.
Ooh, you can't be doing that.
Let
A
him
little up
play
and down there. That's,
What was it?
I believe it was an up and down, a little rollover there. That's fundamentals. You can't be doing that in a tournament here.
Yeah, it's going to make or break us if we keep getting that caught on us.
Klein with the ball, brings it up, takes the shot. Air ball, out of bounds,
Wow,
Mundelein ball.
He is trying to will his team back into this game right now. He is absolutely taking quite a few good looks and going for the rebounds all on his own. A lot of heart right there.
Yeah, we just pray that the teamwork of that team can be fostered and that it's not just all on one man's shoulders.
Jared drives to the basket. Jim with the rebound, gets clobbered from behind.
Dang, here we go. Little push off right there. No shot, so it's going to be inbounded here.
Yeah, he stayed composed after that pretty tough hit. Willie with the shot.
Willie!
Nice shot by Willie. He's been trying to open up that three-point threat so that they have to take that seriously, give him more chances to drive. It looks like he's starting to make that work.
Yeah, he's new this year, Anthony Willie, right?
Yep, he's a first-year seminarian for Peoria.
Steal by Jared. Lee coming in on the fast break. Bruté with a nice recovery. Another shot. Bounces wide. Mundelein's getting a little bit aggressive there with their play, and it's kind of biting them, and weight's coming out.
But still holding down the fort and not allowing any points for Bishop Bruté.
It's rough. I would imagine that's got to start weighing on you eventually if you're just not getting on the board there.
Yeah, in a lot of games you might have some sympathy, but again, like we've mentioned, the point differential matters here, so you have to play all out and get every point you can.
Which really changes the dynamics of how these games look. Because especially this third game, you know what you got to do, you know what matters, and they're playing hard for it. All right, Klein bringing it in here. Mundelein seems to be paying him particular heat in their defense.
Klein to Russell, back to Klein, drives to the basket, puts it up.
No field goal.
Yeah, looks to be out on Bruté, Mundelein ball.
Mundelein is just absolutely suffocating the paint there. There's just
No
Bishop
room to
Bruté has been trying to work it in there the entire game, and it's just difficult when you've got that many 6-foot-tall people just waiting for you right there.
Jared over to Simon. Back to Jared. Finds Willie. Jim Bryant with the big body and the big finish.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Bruté ball. Flying that point, dribbling the ball, drive, steal. Are the fans chanting chair?
I do believe they, in fact, are chanting chair.
Give him the chair.
A phrase that comes from one of the cams here on campus. There's different groups of seminarians that meet, just kind of support each other and get to know each other better. And one of the what's known as the Camp 3 Boulevard has a few catchphrases that have gotten popular among the seminarians. You'll hear them being chanted by the crowd throughout the course of this game.
Simon drives and
finishes. And one. Are they giving it to him?
No, it looks like
they're
they called it
off.
for
Offensive foul.
That's the saddest thing ever. We can't call an and one.
Well, the refs are calling a fair game, though, and I'll take that.
You know, we have had some jolly referees here.
They've been calling pretty good games, allowing for more physical play in these, but still being very even with their calls.
Klein with the ball over to Russell. Back to Schneider. Denied to the center, puts it up.
Throws up a prayer and it misses.
Mundelein ball. Yeah, so different cams have different names, right?
Yeah, what's your camp name?
Well, we're one north and we're the Wolf Children.
The Wolf Children.
Yeah, so to be honest with you, I'm not sure of the origin, but we're styled after the Holy Family. So all of our meetings, we have a prayer with the Holy Family, being Mary, Joseph, and Jesus.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Willie recovers, kicks it out to Simon.
Wow. Oh. Thought he had somebody there and he didn't.
Now, 3 Boulevard, what's your guys' patron?
Our patron is the most Sacred Heart of Jesus. So
Wow,
we
have
just
mercy on
decided
us.
that, you know, when you have God, nothing else better to have, so we went for that.
That's
Our-
amazing.
All right, Bruté is moving this back up. See if we can make something happen here.
Drives to the
Klein
basket.
working to just get his team on the board. Misses again. Hate to see it. It looks like some frustration starting to move in just with how much they are just getting shut down by Mundelein's defense right here.
Maybe over halftime they're going to have to find within themselves and call on God's grace to be able to come together as one and work as a team.
Would certainly help. Mundelein's been having some pretty bad miscommunications as well. They have not looked in sync with each other throughout the course of this game.
But again, as long as they keep this lead, they technically have a 15-point lead, which is critical for the chances for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Willie thought Jared was going to be there on the corner, but he cut inside for the paint. And was got into trouble. Hoped your man was there.
One interesting storyline you might want to pay attention to in this game is brother Kevin Menard has not been on the field at all throughout the course of the game, and he is one of Mundelein's best players.
Well, I hope he's not on the field because we're at a basketball court right now.
Yes, thank you for...
Got him.
Cannot argue with that.
There we go.
Oh, wow, there we go.
Shane Cleathermis.
Shane Cleathermis, pride of Jefferson City right there, dropping absolute buckets.
You ever play one-on-one with him, Greg?
No, and I can tell you right now it would not end well if I did.
Give him a chair.
I have all of 0 advantages over him when it comes to the game of basketball.
All right, Willie's bringing it up court. Jared in motion. Passes down low, gets the ball back. Vincente, just misses.
Denied.
Playing to Vincente's strengths there, though, going for those easy layups.
You guys haven't asked about my cam patron.
Oh, really, Andrew? What is your cam patron?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It's actually a patroness. It's St. Catherine of Siena. One of the 4 female doctors of the church.
Absolute classic saint. You should look her up if you haven't. She's got a beautiful story.
She was illiterate, but yet had dictated everything that she encountered with the Lord. And she was a mystic, and she was a force for good in the church when she was alive.
Lily with the made free throw there makes the score, I believe it's 19-0.
Bruté ball.
That is just, it's rough.
So she was illiterate but was still able to write? Is that what you said?
Well, basically, someone wrote down what she wrote. She would say. That's my understanding of it all.
That's beautiful.
Be very impressive. She was illiterate but could write. All right, Simon Stair with the breakaway and an easy layup.
Like, not educated, you know. But
that's some saintly teamwork right there.
Yeah, I love the virtue. Then we have 3 other female saints we'll probably get through as we go on through this game.
Oh,
Oh, a
beauty.
steal for
Tien
Tien,
with
working
the
it
steal
down.
to Simon.
Simon again.
Puts it up.
Misses. Tien
dribbles
with a good
over.
rebound. Coming out.
What's going on
Looks
here?
like we had an
Somebody fouled?
offensive foul on,
I don't like that
I
call.
believe it's an offensive foul on Simon Stair right there.
And when things
Might
doesn't
have
go
been
your
Tien.
way, you have to be like St. Therese, the little flower. Be small
Yes.
in the little way.
Yeah, good point. Oh,
One of the
Simon with the
youngest.
steal.
And that will bring us to our half. Thank you so much for being here with us so far, ladies and gentlemen. Greg, thoughts on this game so far?
You know, I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Mundelein needs to score a lot of points. They're up 21-0. They're playing without, arguably, their star player, brother Kevin Menard, but they're moving the ball. They're getting it down low. They're driving to the basket. They're getting layups. They're also making some shots. Willie's had some nice jumpers. And most of all, their defense, just keeping Bishop Bruté out of the paint, making them shoot contested shots, and they're scoreless here at the half.
I think that's the biggest thing you're going to have to be asking yourself if you're Bishop Bruté is how do you crack through that defense that Mundelein has, because that is just absolutely, they're controlling the paint, forcing them to take shots from the outside, and those 3-pointers just have not been coming through for Bishop Bruté so far.
Yeah, they haven't, and you wonder what sort of adjustments they might make. Maybe a more press defense to try to get some steals and some fast breaks, get numbers. That'd be one thing they could try and do.
Yeah. Well, why don't we take a break here as it's halftime? Let our chops here rest a little bit. We'll go ahead and mute ourselves here and enjoy the quiet break.
And we are back. I want to take this moment real quick before the second half starts of this basketball game to thank, in a particular way, Deacon Colin Patrick. He set this entire tournament up. He has been the brains behind this entire operation. And for everyone who's watching at home, if you could say a prayer for him, the dude is one of the holiest guys I know, period. And he has put his heart and soul and countless of hours into making this happen. One other guy I would like to shout out this to as well at this point would be Deacon Caleb Kustersteffen. He has worked all of the AV stuff for this, probably put in at least 50 hours worth of work just to make this broadcast be available to all of you at home. And so you could have just a look in on our tournament here. Both of those guys are amazing people, and if you could say some prayers for them because they have done so much to make this happen and bring all of you here with us, that would be phenomenal.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll echo a sentiment on Deacon Colin. He's on my floor. He's actually my neighbor in the cam, and he's certainly put a lot of work into this game. But he told me going into it, he just had faith everything would work out. He had faith in the team, his classmates, and stayed relaxed through the whole thing. Just a testament to his poise and, like you mentioned, his holiness, stayed calm under a lot of stress.
Maybe we'll be blessed to have him come on to the live stream at some point this game.
That would be incredible. He always has wisdom to share anytime it's available. All right, here we go. Bishop Bruté coming out for the second half right here.
Yeah, we found out the result of the Mario del Popolo game. What it means is Mundelein needs to score 32 points higher than Bishop Bruté. They need to have a 32-point point differential in order to make the semifinal round.
So they're just going to want to keep on putting their foot on the gas pedal. This game could get, seems like it could get pretty darn ugly if that ends up being the case.
Wow.
Yeah, if they got 31 differential, they would tie. So it's really the 32 is what they need.
And having put up plus 21 points there in the first half, that definitely seems a possibility for Mundelein to do. We'll see if that actually happens, though.
We have a mobile student section for Mundelein.
Indeed we do. They've been great this whole entire tournament, really bringing the noise. Conception also has had a wonderful student section here. Been great to have them both. Mundelein's working the ball around. Oh, and there goes three. Beautiful shot right there. Was that Josh?
That was Josh.
Absolutely unsurprising.
We see the chair.
That dude is a threat from the three-point line every time he has the ball.
There's the chair.
Bruté ball, Klein bringing it up. Patiently waiting for something to develop.
I do believe the give him the chair is a WWE reference. Is what they are referring to right there.
Oh, okay.
Klein working it around, looks for the three,
Air ball.
looking to get him on the board and misses wide. He is under so much pressure to make anything happen there. Mundelein seems to be clamping down on him particularly aggressively in this game so far.
Yeah, yes. And speaking of Deacon Colin Patrick earlier, we actually have him in the booth right now.
Do you think we can get him over here?
Doing what's best. We'll maybe try to get him a signal.
Inbound, Bruté ball. McKay back to Klein. Keeps him out on the perimeter.
Oh,
Klein
Shane
back to
looking
McKay.
for a steal there, doesn't have it. Bruté continues to
Takes
press.
the shot.
Looking for three, does not have it.
Larry recovers.
Mundelein seems pretty content with forcing Bruté just to shoot threes and see if they can make any of them, which they have not. Oh, good steal right there by Klein. Excellent defense getting into Mundelein's passing lines. And here he goes looking for the layup. Misses wide. Almost takes out a camera right there. That ball was tantalizingly close to going in and just missed.
We have Vanilla Ice Cream, Josh White dribbling the ball.
Uncontested three, in and out.
Barely misses. Patrick
Give him another
works
chance.
in another to Larry. No, they want Josh to have it.
Off the rim.
Misses. That's a shot you always want to be taking if you're Mundelein. Josh White, uncontested, is one of the most dangerous shooters in this building.
Yeah, he's been cold all day.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him flustered in a single basketball game. He is cool as they come when it comes to shooting.
Bruté bringing up the ball.
Student section
Taking their
calling
time
out
trying to get a
defense.
rest.
In the hands of, get the number here. Is that Klein? Yeah, that's Klein.
If you look at your camera there,
Walking
in the
around.
background is
Vicente with another possession. Nice job by Bruté getting back on the ball and forcing a jump ball, which being Bruté's possession, they got control of it.
As they are substituting, I want to bring into our next female doctor of the church, and we got St. Teresa of Avila, doctor of mental prayer.
Tell me a little bit about that.
She is a powerhouse. She came up with all the mansions of prayer, the dark night of the soul, the dark night of the senses, all these things that reformed the Carmelite spirituality back in the Reformation.
If you don't know what he's talking about, you should look her up. Could change your life. Klein here looking for three. Misses again.
Yeah, off the hands of Bruté player. Should be Mundelein ball. Yeah, Carmelite. I had the privilege of meeting 4 Carmelite sisters down in Peru last week.
No way.
Yeah, they were contemplative nuns, cloistered community.
They're cut off from the world, huh?
Yeah.
Aggressive shot right there by Cleathermos. Bruté's working the ball back out. Your Mundelein is kind of slow start to the second period here. It's not what you wanted. Their defense continues to be absolutely stalwart, though.
Yeah, it's not what you want because, like we said, they need to get to the plus 32 before we can start to feel any semblance of a victory here, even though that they're up 24-0. You want to win the game, but you want, more importantly, to make it to the semifinals.
That would seem to like it would probably make a difference for those who were on the Mundelein team. Here we go, Lee Noel to Josh White again. Bam. I mean,
You know, that may just be a perfect game for him right here.
no emotion. Just takes a shot, has it.
He just does his job.
Clinical. He's here for work.
Klein spins outside.
Klein works it again, looking to Bundy. Bundy looks for three.
Off
There you go.
Bruté has their first
Good
points.
job, Bruté.
Exciting moments. The crowd goes absolutely wild. You like to see it. Good smile right there.
Now we have a game here, folks.
I don't think we do.
Whoa, now they're on the board. Here we go.
That is true.
Over to White, misses.
Oh, they must have gotten in Josh White's head.
Willie gets the board, but stepped out of bounds. Bruté ball.
And this substitution moment, we mentioned our last female doctor of the church, declared by Pope Benedict XVI, St. Hildegard von Bingen. She is truly a mystic, and you should look up what she said when a bishop said that she can't sing music. She wrote some amazing music back in her day in the medieval times.
What do you mean by mystic?
So she would have visions and about heavenly things, and it'd be caught up in prayer that she couldn't control. It's more about God leading the prayer than you trying to stir up prayer. You move from an active to a passive form of prayer.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Mundelein's smothering defense really has their crowd quite excited so far here in this game.
You know, that seminary with those shades there in the Bass Pro Shop hats, well, it's quite a fashion choice.
It is. I'm here for it.
You know,
Looks great.
Yeah.
God calls all
All right.
types.
He
Calls
does.
all types. Amen.
Could be calling you. All right, here we go.
Here's your sign.
On the line. Good
Surrendered
defense
the
right there
ball
by
to
Bruté.
Brute.
They've been doing a nice job of slowly working out into Mundelein's passing lanes and kind of interrupting their offense there.
Now, my understanding is you still need that 32-point difference between us.
And there's Mundelein's height showing up big for them.
Yeah, rebound's going to be key here. You really don't want to give Brute
that is
second
not the
chances
type
at the
of-
basket.
That was not the type of mistake you wanted to make for Mundelein there. That could cost them an opportunity to go to the playoffs. They're just, sometimes when they're on offense and they're going through a change, they just miss some passes that should not be missed.
Well, I would say they're still in this game. They're going to be able to make playoffs because they just got to get to 34 points at this point in time.
They do,
It's-
and I like their odds. However, if they do for some reason miss it, it's those missed passes that will absolutely haunt them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Who do we have
There you
here
go.
dribbling the
Harvard
ball?
dribbling the ball.
Harbert dancing around, stolen.
TN stolen. Over
Ball given to Josh
driving
White
to the
once
basket.
again.
He's gonna go
He knows
all
what
the
he wants
way.
to do. Passes it to Larry.
Living like Larry.
Vicente making his presence felt down on paint.
Defense. Come on now.
Passes it out. Mundelein ball.
Bruté just cannot seem to come up for an answer for the defense Mundelein is throwing down there on the paint.
Yeah, Mundelein's moving their feet. They're using their size. They're communicating.
Look at those hand signals right there.
Those are hand signals.
Move that ball.
Josh White back to TN. Fakes it into the corner. Eyes the three. Goes for
And
the
there's
pass. He
another
gives it up to
rough
Bishop Bruté,
looking
driving down the
pass.
court. Open man. layup.
Bruté has another one.
Yeah, see, now they have to get to 36 points.
I believe
Mundelein.
it's 32 is what they're looking for is the magic number.
Thomas Bundy
They
scored
need to get
there.
32
Mundelein
points.
calls
They need
timeout.
32 points total, so they need to go up to 36.
Right.
Right, so, oh, sorry.
That's what I was saying. That's right. Here's your sign.
And this is where things get interesting because Mundelein has not really made.
Oh, we got ourselves a Colin Patrick there in that white hat, sitting on the sideline. Larry the Lakers going incognito behind enemy lines.
What do you think the players might be looking forward to the second term here at Mundelein?
Oh, what's there to look forward to here? We got ourselves a first-year Mundelein Seminary here.
So I think the biggest thing I would be looking forward to is this evening there's an ice cream social. That's I don't see how anything gets better than that. Personally, I would say I'm going to be ordained to the diaconate, God willing. late May, early June, so that is also something to look forward to. But aside from that, I think just one of the couple different Super Bowl. That's a great time. Wonderful party.
Yeah.
The overall, though, I would say the academics here are great. You learn quite a bit. That's something to always look forward to. But I think one of the kind of things people might not hear about so much is there's a really beautiful pastoral program where you get to go out to parishes and interact with the same parish for a few years consistently and get to really know parishes and see what parish life is like. Usually for most guys, that is the heart of what brings them joy, both in seminary and then in the priesthood. And that is, I think, one of the biggest things guys look forward to in being here.
So that's kind of like an internship. Guys will spend a semester out at the parish.
That's right, yeah.
Not take class.
Not only the Tolton Teaching Parish program, but also this internship semester for the second configuration.
Vicente using that all 6 feet 7 inches to get an easy layup right there.
Yeah, keep feeding him. Just feed him the ball down there in the corner.
Vicente's hungry. He'll eat. Bruté's looking to slow the game down a little bit, get some rest. Setting up a nice play right there, good screen.
The Mundelein chant metronome about that chair.
Ooh, Klein slips, looks like that'll be
a travel.
Could be a travel, yep. Travel turnover. You hate to see it. They've been having trouble with that section of the court, just keeping the grip there, and it's been costing guys on both teams plays.
Don't worry, we have our crew, Dennis, up there taking care of it as best he can.
Yeah, I talked to some Knights of Columbus at lunch about it, and we had a few theories. We don't know if it's just moisture, or if somebody got oil on their shoes and brought that in, but that part of the court's been tough to keep traction on. Puts the ball
going for a layup. 50-50 ball whistle blown. This should be a Mundelein ball. That was indeed a 50-50. Oh no, they're calling a penalty there, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a penalty on Mundelein.
This has been a pretty clean game so far.
It has.
Not a ton of penalties. There's been a few games where the penalties have really started racking up. Guys are getting 2 free throws on every penalty committed, but so far, pretty clean.
Yeah, I never was a seminarian.
Harbert working in right here. Looks for the layup.
Rebound.
Misses it. Nice little drive. Oh, Klein showing his presence right there.
You know, everyone's a seminarian. These are competitive games, but we're all on the same team for priesthood.
Sensei with an offensive rebound, and that's Mundelein's height, just absolutely showing up and dominating the paint right there on offense as well as defense.
Yeah, I think Simon Stair finished that one.
Height is definitely a factor, but you know, it's the size of the fight in the player's heart. Like Simon Stair is a great example of that.
Speaking of Simon Stair,
what?
I had some really cool news that was delivered by one of his diocesan brothers from all the way here from the Diocese of Seattle in Washington.
No way.
Simon Stair. Beautiful place, wonderful country.
Wow.
Wonderful out there on the West Coast. It is, wait for it, Simon Stair's 24th birthday.
Dun, dun, dun.
So all of you at home, make sure you say a prayer for him for his continued holiness and discernment. Great dude. Absolute monster of an athlete.
Let's sing happy birthday for him. Here we go. A 1,
Let's not.
2, no.
Feliz Navidad, am I right?
Feliz Navidad.
Something like that.
No, that's very Christmas, man. Feliz cumpleaños.
Ati.
Ati.
Okay, so anyway, we're just going to pretend that didn't happen.
We need to practice Spanish.
Simon Stair, though, is one of the greatest all-around athletes I have ever seen in my life.
What do you see him playing?
Everything.
Everything.
Like-
Flag football?
Dominates. List 'em.
Ultimate frisbee?
Dominates.
I'm sure he runs.
Yes, dominates.
Kayaks.
Dominates.
Basketball.
Dominates.
Evident.
Soccer. Dominates.
Dominates.
If it's a sport, the kid's good at it.
Ping pong?
Dominates.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, watch out for him. He's that guy in backyard baseball that you just select first without thinking.
No one is safe with these basketballs being passed around.
Yeah,
Shout out
Bishop
to our sweeper crew right there.
Yeah,
That is Father Beltran right there working it as well. Look at that priest serving others. Beautiful to see.
Yeah, he's the vice rector here at Mundelein Seminary.
Also a chaplain in the U.S. Navy. And
Hey,
we
just
have
a great guy.
If you look over to the right there, we actually do have some representatives from the Navy, from the Air Force, and from
There
the
we go.
Army.
Nice layup right there from
Chaplain.
Mundelein.
Yeah, Vincente again.
Bishop Bruté looks like they're doing a more decent job of trying to shut down the paint for Mundelein as well, at least on the offense, making Mundelein work for those points. They're moving some of their taller players. Jacob Esker seems like he's making things a bit more difficult for Mundelein's offense. But even from this camera angle right here, you can see it's just rough. That is a lot of height to try to get through to make points happen. Especially on people like Simon Stair just ripping through right there and shutting down your passing lanes.
Bruté with the ball.
Klein
Pass
has
to
it
Klein.
again.
Now, this Bishop Bruté Seminary, it's in Indiana, right?
Oh, I believe so. Indianapolis, from what I
More
understand.
specific. Okay, yeah.
Capital city of Indiana. Named after Bishop Bruté, whose cause for canonization is up.
Yes, I'm
Very
familiar with
holy
this
man.
sword, Yes.
Nearly, from what I understand, just gave his life for his people and pretty much worked himself to death
One-on-one with Lino
on the
Lau.
American
Good defense.
frontier.
Look at that.
Nice point on the paint right there for Antonio Harbert.
Mundelein has some work to do to get that
Mundelein,
point differential.
you might see, this could be crazy, Brother Kevin might make his presence in this game because they've got to get to that 32-point differential between the two of them. They don't have it right now.
There we go. Now, at this point, this is reminding me of a time
Vincente
in
helps.
the football playoffs where, you know, I think the Packers were playing the Lions, and the Lions didn't care whether they lose or won, whatever. They just wanted to beat them so that the Packers
Wouldn't make the playoffs.
exactly.
If you're
That's Bishop Bruté's strategy right here. We just got to get points. We don't have to win this game. We just want to make Mundelein lose.
You're playing spoiler. This is Mundelein's home game, and they're really doing a nice job of making this come out pretty close right here.
Yeah, it's
They're
tense.
working the paint for sure.
I mean, I don't know if that's what they're thinking, but that's a strategy that I would implement if I was Bishop Simon Bruté.
And Mundelein's starting to look a little tired too. Both teams look like they're wearing down. They're really feeling the effects of playing 40 full minutes basketball.
Yeah, 44
Using their height
minutes,
again.
but-
Jacob Esker making things very difficult, and Andrew Klein with a great steal right there.
Yeah, it's not just this game. Both teams played 2 games previous to this. It's the 3rd game of the day.
Esker seems like he really makes a difference for Bishop Bruté when he's in the game and making life just difficult on Mundelein.
Yeah, you know what he does? He's hungry for the ball. He goes after it.
we got less
And
than
he's tall enough to really interrupt things with their points on the paint. He absolutely shut down Vicente right there, which is not an easy thing to do.
Anthony Willie with that great span.
Antonio Harbert
Yeah, I'd like to see Mundelein get in between the lanes.
kicks
a little
out to
bit
Russell
more.
and a basket. Beautiful. If you're Mundelein right now, this does not look very good.
Mundelein has a lot of work to do.
Move the
Let's
ball
get some
down low.
motivation.
That
here.
helps. That helps right there.
That's enough.
Easy layup. That's Mundelein's bread and butter. That is their staple.
It
Yeah,
would
I'd
be
run-
enough.
I'd run that play back. I'd try to get a steal here,
Come on.
get possession, and just rerun that same play. Willie down low.
We got to give credit to Bishop Simon
And
Bruté.
Bishop Bruté's shots are
They're
just
not-
falling right now.
They must be tuning in live to this live stream, just listening to this strategy about it's not about winning, it's about making Mundelein lose.
Patrick gave up the ball, but gets it back, redeems himself.
Willie with
the
another
shot.
one. That is it. Speaking of effective
We are
strategies.
almost there, boys. We are almost there to a 32-point differential. With
3 minutes left.
3 minutes
three.
left.
Over the back there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was. A wild toss-up.
But it looks like it's Mundelein's ball.
Interesting. I thought that was a penalty right there on Willie, but we are getting the ball to Mundelein instead. That's one of those things where, again, the refs are allowing for a decent amount of play right here, allowing for a more physical basketball game this entire tournament.
What are you guys looking at right now with 3 minutes left in the game? What's going to be the outcome? Greg?
I have no idea right here. This is close because Bruté's shots are really starting to come alive. Mundelein playing with a fresh sense of urgency. It really, this is pretty even right now as far as I can tell as with regard to, is Mundelein going to get bumped because they can't make that
What
point
about you,
differential
Greg?
happen?
Yeah, you know, they're just not getting it to drop through the rim. They're having a lot of opportunities, getting boards. I don't want them to get worried, though. I want to and start taking wild threes. You don't want to do that. You want to keep pushing the ball down low, play smart D.
Your plan has got to be Josh White at some point, though. Dude shoots threes, that's what you need. And
oh, that's a charge.
That's a charge if I've ever seen it.
We'll see what the ref's thinking.
That was a charge.
Coming out.
Well, I'm going to make the bold prediction.
Oh, no, that was not a charge.
It wasn't?
Oh, no.
Wow.
No, he's shooting too.
I'm going to say, I'm going to commit.
You're going to commit now.
Mundelein's going to get it.
Okay. I think the real answer to that question is if you see brother Kevin Menard out here on the field.
I think they have to save him for the second game.
It's
That's
interesting that he hasn't seen any play time here in this one.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Mundelein needs 3 points right now to advance to the finals currently.
They have plenty of time. Look, just look
They
at
have
it.
plenty of time, but they do not have plenty of points right now. And Bishop Bruté has really come alive. Josh, for the difference, there it is. All right, if Mundelein can maintain this.
He's buying ice cream tonight.
I'm just
He's
saying,
cold.
you guys doubted, but we are all witnesses.
Josh White, always cool under fire. You cannot give him that much time. When he's got a ball like that, that's...
Now, say they make 1 point here. You know, 1 out of 2. They make a point, a field goal, Mundelein, they're still in good hands.
Yeah,
correct. They have the point differential at that point. It's hard, though. You know, like it's not guaranteed. Bishop Bruté has really come alive here. They put up, what, 11, well, obviously 11 points this half, but they put up about, what, 8 points in the last 5 minutes? They're really, Mundelein's getting gassed, and Bishop Bruté is pouring it on right now.
Look at this. All they got to do is just get 1 point.
Anything.
So Bishop Bruté out of Indianapolis. There's a Eucharistic Congress happening there this summer, right?
Very good. That's right. Excellent. That is a huge event that's happening. That's been a multi-year movement of the American bishops here to revive the Eucharistic devotion of our country.
I heard in a wild rumor that Jesus Christ, God himself, could show up at the Eucharistic Congress. Pretty cool.
I don't think it's a
Y'all
matter
might
of
want to tune in.
because all things are possible with God. I think he is.
I heard he might be there. Just saying, you might want to check it out.
I think you should. There's going to be this huge procession led by bishops, seminarians, priests, and all faithful.
Mundelein looking. Even a field goal here from Mundelein would pretty much lock it in for them.
Yeah, so of course, Greg, you're talking about real presence in the Eucharist.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing. You know?
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ is present in the Eucharist, and therefore, at the Eucharistic Congress, he would be there. It's pretty cool.
That's fantastic.
And you know, our Eucharistic devotion as seminarians is a must, because this is going to be the source and summit of our ministry as priests. And that's why, even as we have been playing this basketball tournament, we have had all-day adoration in our main chapel and at the Conception.
Yeah, that's right. All players started this morning at Mass, and then we had adoration after.
Another devotion that we do not have, though, is
something to contemplate while the mascots have it dance off.
Oh, man, it's good to have fun, though, you know?
Oh, yeah. Can't take yourself too seriously.
I love the quote from St. Francis. He says, "I am who I am in the eyes of God. Nothing more, nothing less."
Pretty good way of putting it. They should canonize that guy.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Oh, how about that?
St. Francis of Assisi, pray for us.
Amen.
50 seconds left here in the game. Mundelein versus Bishop Bruté.
Oh, the mascot's going to have to get off the field, or they'll call for too many men on the ice. You don't want that.
Right you are.
Yeah, Mundelein's littered with deer, including the basketball court.
I got to watch out for him.
What's the move, guys? What do we got to do this last minute?
Well, one can hope that they won't just try to stall the clock off.
Because
really,
that would be a very jerk move, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Really, what I would do here is you're looking for a field goal. You don't want to run too much time off the clock, because if Bishop Bruté throws up a miracle of 3, you're in trouble again. So That is exactly what you want to do right now. That makes it a 2-possession game for Mundelein.
Yeah, Vicente's been eating all game.
Came down
Good
to the
see him
last
get
minute,
that
but
last
all
point.
6 feet 7 inches of Vicente was eating right there. Another field
Will
goal
it
for
be
Bishop
enough, though?
Bruté.
Will it be enough though?
And Bishop Bruté is really trying to pour it on. They know Mundelein could be in trouble here.
15 seconds.
Hold that ball.
We'll see. Mundelein just
Hold
holding
that
on to the ball.
Move that ball. Spread that offense.
Spread it out. Yep, there, just running time off the clock, and understandably so. Some of the fans on the other team are asking for them to foul to try to get the ball back. Bishop Bruté, I don't think they realize just how close this game is, and it looks like Mundelein will advance by 2 points.
This is historic. Mundelein going to the semifinals? Question mark?
I believe Mundelein has a championship won here before, so.
Well, I mean, it's been such a drought since we've won a game. So last night we won our first game.
That's true.
I
It's
see.
been a drought. It's great to see them back in the semifinal round. This was a competitive. Well,
It was a competitive game. I
I
don't know if we
there.
could.
I was competitive with the differential that we needed
Yes.
to get.
You know,
It was a good game.
honestly, I really enjoyed the game. You know, not just because I'm a Mundelein Seminary, but I really appreciate Bishop Bruté sticking out to the end.
This makes a little bit of a difference for how we might be watching the game here.
No. Like I said, this is my favorite part right here. Guys gathering at the center, taking a knee in prayer.
It was nice to see Bishop Bruté pour it on there at the end, and it made it into a game. That came down to the last play.
Now, speaking about prayer, we are going to be getting off the line here because we're going to have solemn vespers as an entire tourney. So, from all of us here at Mundelein,
Jesus
Yeah,
loves you.
pray.
We're out.